Papa San.
Yeah, what's up, Dutch?
You good?
Yeah, I already got all the mics are all sound checked and everything.
All right, so shut everything off and we'll go live in 30 seconds.
Got it.
There's bad radio, good radio, and chaotic radio. In that order.
You're cruising on a motorcycle through another dimension and time. A dimension not only of beer and rock and roll, but of twisted minds and sexy women. A wild journey of crazy imagination that has no boundaries. There's a warning, a sign up ahead. Your next stop. The Zig Zone. The Zig Zone. The Zig Zone.
Motorbiking, 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 motorcycling, moving on the Queen's Highway, looking like a streak of lightning. If you gotta go, motorbike riding. Listen to me.
All right, we are here. It's another second Monday of the month for the bike rally on the Zig Zone, and I'm trying to. Why is it, man? Why is it my new phone does not do exactly what I want it to do? I swear to God. No, Jordy, shut the fuck up.
You already do.
Go ahead and say something. God damn it.
It's because it's not made out of stone and you're not holding a chisel.
I was going to say, tonight on Technology with Grandpa Zig.
Dude. You know,
We're going back to fucking hieroglyphics as it is with all these fucking emojis. So.
Read out, you got me on that
We're
one.
getting,
Dude.
we're getting Egyptian in this bitch.
Yeah, you fucked me up on that one, dude. That was great. That was great.
Even Dave
love it.
That Mike.
Love it.
Did you? Did you ride a motorcycle today? I thought I saw a leather jacket.
That's amazing.
So
one day I don't ride, he shows up with a bike. What the fuck?
Well, I'm glad there's two riders in here.
Is this your first time here?
I mean, what the fuck? Here, I'll lean a little
There
closer.
you go.
I'm trying to stay away from the mic so I can eat my chocolate bar in peace. It's all crispy and shit.
Get on the knob, dude.
Trying not to get yelled at over here.
God damn,
Stop
man,
chewing in the mic.
What's on my mind? Okay, what's on my mind? I want. What is on my mind? Oh, there we go. I found it. I found it.
And now on Zig with Technology.
Right?
It never stops.
That's every fucking week,
It never
dude.
stops around here.
It's a never-ending
there we go. That was
saga.
Last week.
All right.
And I took the bike today because I've been stuck in my work truck.
What's up, Facebook? God damn it! I finally figured out my phone.
You got another new phone?
Well, my other phone took a shit, man. It completely froze up on me. I had to get. I was in the engineering room earlier with Dutchie getting another tutorial on to do the engineering. It's just like, holy shit. I'm a techno illiterate dumbass. I admit it. You know, I mean, it's worse than my small penis. I swear to God. But you know, I'm getting there slowly but surely. But like Redal said,
Everybody's looking at him.
it's
all
not.
funny.
It's not a. It's not
I'm
a.
still hung up on small penis.
not a-
I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, that was just way out of left field that didn't belong at all.
What?
Oh my goodness! Up.
Somebody
Right.
fucked with the button
Someone
again.
messed with the button.
You're the
on
only one sitting
number
over there,
2.
Zig.
I didn't touch it. It has the tape over it. So
Who the fuck tapes the button?
It's a button that doesn't work, so you're not supposed to press
You're
it.
not supposed to. Does anybody have any fingernails that they can pull that button up?
I got knife.
I'm gonna about to fuck the button.
Yeah, I got a pocket knife.
That's what I saw coming. I already knew that was coming.
There we go. Look at that.
Got it?
Say something.
Something.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Say something again.
Something again.
You need to turn the mic sideways. You know,
No, that's not the
American
sideways
Mike.
one.
It's its first
One
time
of them
here.
is si-
No,
well,
it's
no,
not.
one of them
That's
they
a
tell
different
me
mic.
sideways.
That one
The
you're
other
supposed
one
to
they
talk
tell me
straight in.
goes straight.
Hold on, which one of these things
Okay,
is not
turn-
like
turn
the
it
other?
It's a different kind of mic.
So which way is
There
it?
you go.
Oh,
That's
there
right,
you go.
yeah.
The way I had it. Thank you.
Okay. Well, all the rest of them are supposed. That's right, because some ass hat broke the mount for that one, and broke the fucking mic. I mean, how do you break a mount? I mean, it's an apparatus. All it does is this. These ones right here, they're like on a little fucking the little stand.
idea.
This is
You
a
don't-
bass drum
You don't
mic
have
stand.
nothing. There's nothing to touch.
Yep.
You just
People get bored and they
Look.
fuck with stuff.
People
that's
get
it.
drunk and fall
Delightful.
over.
That too.
I think we consume more alcohol on this show. Well, outside of Redal, but I think in Jordy, but we consume more alcohol on this show than any other show. And I swear to God, we don't have issues.
Oh, well, you have a lot of fucking issues. There's not breaking shit issues.
No, I'm not talking about mental issues. I'm not talking about mental issues.
Just making sure we're clear
There's
here.
a big difference between mental issues.
There's no day where I'm in a room where you get to go, I got no issues. That just doesn't happen.
Forget about it.
So we have America Mike here. How you been, America Mike?
I've been great, thanks.
Yeah. So you've been busy writing your new Vic.
Well, I have been writing some. I've also been doing a lot of traveling for work, so I haven't had much fun on it as I'd like to.
Okay, and I'm actually going to leave the screen like this, so this way, because I noticed it a couple times when I was recording. I didn't have the person's, like it was like half the person. It was like this.
You ever
That's
name-
where you need to
you know.
be right now.
Well,
Come
So,
but you got the little,
Come
the
down.
little
let's see this guy.
Come
text
down.
things going there.
Lean it
so
down. A little more. Now I'm centered in the camera.
Oh, really? Is that it?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the angle, right? Yeah, perfect.
So then just tell me. Just give me a hand gesture.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, here's one.
Yeah, there you go.
Bring it like this.
You can actually push the button to use the back camera, and then you can
the
see it on
back-facing
screen
camera, bro.
while you're pointing it.
He's using
No,
the selfie
I'm just,
camera.
I'm just
Press
doing
the
it.
flip
Yeah, I'm
button.
doing the selfie
he has
thing
it
because
one
that way I
hand.
can see myself. I
Yeah,
like
but
looking
hit
at
the
myself.
flip button right now, and it should point to whoever's in front of you.
What's that?
If you hit the camera flip button, it should switch cameras.
It's like a little arrow
Yeah, instead of
around.
flipping the phone around, just hit the button.
don't get him
So
all
you can still see
confused.
yourself,
see,
and
he's-
then you
he's
can
not-
see
Here
it.
we
Tech
go. Watch
savvy.
this. Watch this. Watch me fuck up.
It'll shut off.
Yeah, there's a lot of buttons on that one. Oh, shit.
Nope. See, I told you.
Invite friends. Go ahead, invite them all.
Invite. There you go.
hit the wrong fucking button. Is what
Invite
happened.
everybody
And
to watch the
oh, look
video.
at that. I'm inviting people. Okay, very good.
Shit.
See? That's why I don't touch buttons. I'm just going to do this.
Yeah, which button is it on that
All
one?
right.
That's a weird
Don't
phone.
Don't
The
touch. Don't touch
bottom
my
second
fucking
one from the
phone.
left, bro. It's a little camera.
Oh
with
yeah, the
arrows
one
on
with the arrows inside the camera. Oh shit.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. see,
Did I
what is
not
that?
say it's the one with
Look.
the arrow thing that looks like it's going
it. The old
around?
dog can be taught new tricks.
Dude, look how white this guy is. This is the epitome of white.
You ain't seen my ass cheeks.
No, Jordan,
That's a
we
good
already
thing.
know you're white.
Yeah,
that was a given.
super fucking
I've
white.
just never seen Retail with short sleeves before.
That's true, yeah.
I had no idea. Be honest with you, I have no idea that he even had ink above his elbows.
Oh, don't
Literally.
take your shirt off.
My ass is black. Want to see?
And you have lots of long chest hair that I do not want to
I
look
have
at.
very manly chest.
Hey, American Mike, when are you ready
My
to go
ass
into
is as
sit
hairy
in
as
the
his
chair?
chest.
What was that?
When are you ready to go sit in the chair? You're the mad biker guy. The
Oh,
ink
hell,
chair.
never.
The ink chair. Never.
Never. There is not one thing in my life
gotta
that
make an
I want
appointment that
permanently
reminds
etched on my body.
Oh,
Not
come
one
on.
thing.
Do you have any kids?
Never. Yeah.
What about their names?
Yeah.
No.
How about your
You don't love your
grandkids?
children?
I love my children.
Liar.
Just not that much.
Their names are burned into my brain. I don't need to be looking at my elbows to remember what their names are.
This motherfucker's gonna get him in spider webs on his elbows.
Now, one of my daughters has a full sleeve,
Oh, nice.
2 things down her sides, things on her legs. Of course, she was married to a tattoo artist.
Oh yeah, of course. My mom.
And my other daughter has a few here and there, but no, it's never happening.
You would not like my back.
I don't really care. You guys can do whatever the hell you want.
He's
It
trying
just
to get you
ain't for
looking at his
me.
back.
Oh, it's like 95% done. I need to make an appointment to start getting the rest filled in.
Oh, were you in there with Ben Affleck?
I don't get the reference. Huh?
Oh, he got these giant wings tattooed on his back.
No.
Oh yeah,
That's a
Jeez,
chick
Ben
thing.
No, that's a
Affleck's
chick
an
thing.
asshat.
Well,
well,
I saw a dude with dragon
and a
wings
big
on his
dragon
back.
thing.
Okay, that's pretty
funny.
I was thinking of getting a hot air balloon on my stomach, so that way as I get fatter, it gets bigger.
That's not the worst idea I've ever heard come out of your mouth. I'm not mad. I'm not even mad at that.
I'll get one on my dick.
Vince from Zorba's.
Gotta love Vince.
Yeah, Vince from Zorba chimed in. He says, yeah, the first thing I hear when I click, something about your penis size.
What's up, Vince?
From the most Asian
What?
Asian I
There
know.
you go.
Right when they click in.
Oh, that's not bad. He's got a
Oh
giant
my
dragon on
god!
his back.
I'm trying to get. I'm trying. Oh, yeah.
Looks like a koi fish.
He's
bad
Ben
shot.
Affleck's an asshat. Vince is the owner of Zorba's, and actually, I want to get him on the air. Vince, since you are chimed in, dude, you need to get you in here, dude. I want to do the local business show. I mean, I'm a business owner. You're a business owner. I've already got my barber coming in. I got Mark Apatence, who's he rap. Dude, this guy raps boats and helicopters. Anything you want wrapped,
The vinyl
he
wraps?
will wrap that thing. Yeah.
Vinyl wraps.
You know.
Yeah.
And then, well,
What do you do?
you're more than welcome too.
I'm a
He's
business owner.
tech guy. I just did, actually, I wasn't.
Yeah, I
wasn't even-
employ 7 people. I work in 8 states. I'm a business owner.
Okay. Well, then you can
You have
you
more
can
employees
use a
than
mic
Zeb does.
too. Then
Okay.
All right, then there we go.
As
So
long as I don't have to get ink to get on the show.
So, you know what? I think that would be a great show. If I can talk American Mike into
Mike gets ink?
getting ink, we'll do it live. On the Zig Zone.
You're going to be
And have him
112
get-
years old.
I bet if I can get American Mike drunk enough, dude. Telling you, I bet I can.
I don't think so.
Dude, the girl I just left.
And if
did
not,
one
we'll
of
just
those
we'll
drunk
get
tattoos.
him so drunk he passes out, and then we'll ink something on him. That would
put-
be funny.
Just do a fucking henna tattoo so he panics for a week.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Oh, right?
Yeah, and then it just fades off.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
would be
That's
funny.
one thing I never did. I did a lot of dumb shit when I was drunk. I never got a tattoo drunk. Although the girl I just left, she did. She showed up to my house one day. I'm like, what the fuck is that? She was, I thought you were going out last night. She goes, I did. And we got drunk. And we stopped by her cousin's house who does tattoos. And I went, and he
it's a
fucking
homemade
tattooed you? What
tattoo.
the fuck?
What did she get?
I can't remember what it is.
Wow.
Something, not something like outrageous. Just, I think like a little heart and something else.
I've never gotten a ink done that I didn't actually think about it first.
Oh, me.
Everything that I have has always been methodic, and actually at least 3 months in the thought process. Because my first tattoo. Get this, my very first tattoo was my first wife's name. We got divorced like 5 months
That was a
later.
mistake.
Now you know why I won't get it
That's
tattooed.
that's
He
the
didn't,
fucking
he didn't
way-
think about that for more than 3
No,
months.
getting your significant other's name is the relationship killer.
Yeah, pretty
Every
much
time.
everybody can tell you
Every
that.
time.
Yeah, it's
Everybody.
supposed to be the bad mojo.
Yeah, it's bad juju.
Bad juju thing, right?
Well, either that or me banging a friend. That might have been the relationship killer, too.
Actually,
I'm just kidding. I wasn't banging
no.
anybody's.
Actually,
I was just not.
my
when we
first
did.
wife was banging my friends.
Oh Jesus, really?
Yeah,
fuck.
I'm not making this shit up,
Christ.
man. But you know, and she was banging our drug dealer too. So
Well, everybody bangs a drug dealer.
right, well, except me.
Well, yeah.
You know,
Not dudes.
yeah, no, but
I should be a drug dealer.
you
already played drums and like take advantage of 19-year-old girl hippies. So
he would have the hairy leg strain.
oh,
Right.
You.
thanks, fucker. Thanks for putting that in my mind. Anyways,
Some hairy
you know,
leg indica.
I like how
there's-
we still haven't got through introductions.
There is a there's a
What
game.
introduction?
We don't need introductions.
I play the games on my phone, and I have Angry Birds, and I have this like it's kind of like
That was
Galaga.
still around?
But there's a you're
that?
because we met that was
That's
the
Rachel.
same time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The one with the sleeve.
she's got some badass ink.
Oh, cool.
And it's the first thing I
Very
said
cool.
when I met her. We went to the Angels game, which America Mike. Here, let me turn this around like this. Let's see that.
Picture of picture.
Look at
Hey,
that
it works.
ink. That's a nice sleeve right there. She
Yeah, that's good work.
America Mike treated us to the Gene Autry suite.
Oh,
I'm
sweet.
telling you, man,
That's a great one.
the Gene Autry suite. You can't get better than that, man. Because we walked in and it was like, wow.
Is that the one that's right behind home plate?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought I'd been in that one. That
Yeah.
one's awesome.
It's right. It's the first suite next to the broadcast booth.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm telling you, they
That one's bad.
that suite was nice.
Yeah, but-
you know?
So what are
and
we
it's
doing?
funny because you sit there and when you get out, you walk into to go to the elevator. There's someone waiting for you, and then they ask you where you want to go. Then there you go. You open the elevator. The elevator opens up. You go in, and then there's someone actually pushing the buttons for you. Which floor would you like, sir? You know. And here I am, sort of I'm in like camouflage shorts. Vans.
They're like, sir, you
know-
do not belong here, sir.
Right?
No, they.
no, not at all. They would
You don't.
never.
They don't. They. You wouldn't believe who
They
shows
treat
up at
everybody
that
the same.
Yeah.
in that. I mean, even up in that whole area, because it's where all the broadcast booths are as well.
Oh, nice.
So all the old ball players are there and Hall
Yep.
of Famers, and I mean, these guys show up sometimes wearing God knows what.
Yeah.
Everybody is treated with respect.
Everybody
I
from
would
Michael
too.
Jordan to Jim Abbott.
So what are you doing next Thursday, the 19th?
Am I going to the Geometry Suite?
Well, if I got one ticket left. Angels versus Boston.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I guess I'm going to the Angels game then. Oh, you know what? Shit. You said
Guess
this
not.
Thursday or
No,
next?
a week from Thursday, the 19th.
The 19th. I guess I'm going to the Angels game.
Cool.
Oh, that'd be good for a free oil change.
Right?
Ah.
I think I'm game.
Hey, I ask nothing in return.
But
Not-
yeah,
not even a handy?
The suites is
Not
nice.
from him.
And it's funny because when you're sitting there, people are like looking on the other side of the plexiglass because you're like in
Yeah.
your own little secluded area, and they're looking at you like going. I mean, people kept looking at me like going, "Who the fuck is this guy?" He must be like he's either a rock star or he like killed somebody.
And now on
And took
Zig
their
imagines
ticket.
he's awesome.
Actually, he could be like an ex-baseball player. You
Yeah,
have the body
good.
type.
Catcher.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Like
not.
at one time you look like you could have been in shape, but you just let it go to hell because you stopped playing sports.
Yeah, no.
Or CC Sabathia.
Huh?
CC Sabathia.
Who that?
He's a great pitcher. He started with Cleveland, ended up with the Yankees. He's like 6'4", weighs about 330 pounds.
Wow.
And
Shit.
still throws the ball 90 miles an hour.
Wow.
Damn.
I can ride 90
He's a
miles an
monster.
hour. Well, that's what I do
Yeah.
on average.
Yeah.
One more thing, it is a biker rally. We're kind of, and also Allie.
I'll ride my bike to the
Allie,
ballpark.
mine and Redow's boss, our fearless leader. She chimed in. She says, "Not all motorcycle riders have tattoos." She is actually correct.
I don't.
Right?
No, just the newer age ones, generally.
Are you calling me New Age?
No, I'm calling you a fucking homo.
How many John Tesh records do you have at home?
How many what?
John Tesh records do you
Oh,
have?
shit.
Talking new age.
Well, because the tattoo thing wasn't the type of culture it is today a long time ago. So not everybody
No,
had them
if you
just
were in
'cause
the
they
army
rode.
It used
or-
to just be the badasses.
Yeah.
Now it's like
Servicemen.
Yeah, in the 90s, everybody started
like
getting
a
them.
fucking tattoo on your neck and a full sleeve meant that you had done some time or had
Yeah.
killed somebody.
Pretty
now
much.
it means you like chai lattes and writing poetry on your drum.
True.
Fuck off.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
You know what I mean? Like, most of the guys I see now that have, like, ink on their neck and ink on their face, they're, like, wearing skinny jeans and they got little nose rings and they're just so cute. Fuck off. Kills me, man.
Don't write no poetry on my drum.
I could probably bench these guys. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I have to admit. I mean,
They do this thing with their hair. You ever seen the
Allie,
hair
we're not
flip?
calling you old.
Where they do like this because their fucking hair is dangling over one eye, and they're so sad all the time.
Oh, the
world
emo
is just so
kids.
hard.
Yeah.
No, fuck off.
I think I want to
Go back to the mall. Leave me alone.
Shit.
I think.
Hey, man, that's Harley's audience now.
Yeah,
It really is. They're trying to appeal to that hipster audience. We'll talk
But they're
about
doing
that.
a good job,
Cafe
too.
racers.
I think there was.
Yeah.
I'm going to give
What
it JJ
cafe?
over here since it's just a lot easier to do that from this angle with Vijay. Vijay,
Yeah,
what's
you
up,
can
buddy?
like, don't block me.
I think that it was for a period of time back in the day. I mean, not nowadays. That if you were a biker or a rider, it was like some kind of prerequisite thing to get ink.
Well, you know why?
Because
Because it used to be a thing where these old school bikers were literally ostracized by society.
Yeah.
They couldn't get a fucking hotel room if they walked into a hotel. They'd make them sleep outside. So they got tattoos and didn't comb their hair and didn't clean their clothes as a fuck you to the general population. It was like, fine, you don't like us? We'll give you a reason.
Hey,
And
I
they did
wear-
everything they could to stand out from all the other straight-laced gentleman Joes out there.
Yeah, I agree.
I wear my gear every time I ride, so how the fuck is anybody going to see them tattoos anyway if I had them?
True.
When you get
That's the
there and
thing,
take
it's
your
like-
jacket off, bro.
Yeah, you got to take your jacket off eventually, and then you can show all
He
the
said
whiteness.
jacket off.
Show all the whiteness.
You can't play drums in full leathers, you jerk off. Fucking Dave.
Oh my god! I seen just before we move on to the biker rally. Well, at least we're always talking about motorcycles, but I seen Ready Player One.
Good movie.
You mean you saw Ready Player One?
Yes,
I've seen it with my own two eyes.
I've seen it.
Let me ask you a question, Zig.
It's just like when chicks say, "I got my hair did."
No.
Yep.
No. That's completely illiterate and it makes me angry on the inside.
It's equally illiterate.
How about I done did it?
How about if I give you guys?
He just went right
one
back
of
up to the
these,
death
right?
list.
My favorite one is I used to could.
Yep.
But Ready Player
I
One
haven't
was
heard that
another
one. I
one
might,
that-
I
So
might
Ready
punch
Player
somebody
One,
if I
this great
actually heard
movie.
that.
Don't fucking spoil it for me.
Yeah,
right?
Ready
There was
Player One
another
was
one that I
oh,
came
you
up
haven't
the other
seen
day.
it?
Should
No.
could.
Guess
You
what?
want
It's got
to.
video games in it.
Dude, you have to see it, especially if you're. It's not only if you're a gamer, but if you are into like movies too. Like I'm a movie buff and I'm also a gamer too. And they throw everything.
They made a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
did.
There's
references.
old school. We're talking.
They did.
They go back to Atari.
Yeah.
Way back the
it's
original.
like a block.
Yeah.
Look at Mike, man. He's like, yeah,
Pong, man.
Pong.
Exactly.
Yep.
Dude,
That's
did you
my
know that Jack
generation.
Black was in the original Atari commercials?
No, I did
Oh.
not.
As a little kid, he was doing a commercial for Pitfall.
No, he
That is
didn't,
so
really?
fucking- Wait,
Yeah.
Pitfall wasn't Atari. That was
whatever
what's
the
it called?
fucking-
Activision.
Activision.
Yeah,
I was
Activision.
gonna say he's not old enough to have been in an Atari.
Maybe it wasn't
commercial.
Pitfall.
They had
Maybe I'm
that
wrong.
little thing that went 16 directions instead of 8. And that
Yeah,
was
you might
their
be right.
claim
Maybe it
to
was
fame.
Activision. It was one of those old ass consoles, like before Nintendo became a thing.
I
thought it was
I
fucking
miss.
cool.
I
That
wish
was
I
a good
would have
game.
kept mine because you know how much those things go for now.
What, the Ataris?
The original Ataris.
I know my dad sold one at a fucking yard sale.
Oh
ton
my
of
god,
fucks.
those things! Yeah, they're thousands of dollars.
Holy
Thousands
shit.
of dollars.
You can get the Atari flashback thing that plays the same games.
Yeah, but
I'm
it's
just
not-
waiting for the
Which
day
one?
that you and I get old enough to where we're worth thousands.
Yeah,
of dollars.
but it's
Never.
it's
Yeah,
not. This,
never.
it's what'd you say? What was
There's
it?
an Atari flashback little console. That
Oh,
plays
yeah,
the
but that's
original.
not the same.
It's got like preloaded games on it and stuff.
Yeah,
and
preloaded, and you can. play
Nintendo did that
cartridges.
too.
Yep,
Yeah.
they have Nintendo, Coleco. There's some that have
Cola,
like 3
what?
or 4 different kinds.
The fuck is
Coleco.
Coleco?
Coleco.
Is that
was-
like a drum game? Like
It
what
was
is
right
it?
before Sega.
What?
It was another console. Yeah.
I remember Sega. I remember Gamecast, Dreamcube,
Sega!
PlayStation.
Yeah.
You mean GameCube and Dreamcast? You
Yeah, no.
What about Atari
Gamecast.
Jaguar? They were actually
That's
the
a great
first to have a
movie. It's a
64-bit
great
gaming
movie.
system.
damn it.
But if as a movie buff, you got to go see that movie. I'm telling you, especially if you're
Oh shit! Remember Road Rash on the
if
Atari?
you're a vintage wine like me, and America Mike, it goes back into heyday. So it was kind of cool because they played to the knew the kids of today, and then also the entire journey back until when Atari first started, which was really, really awesome. And the CG
From
on
Cafe
it was,
Racers to Cafe
the
Racers.
The CG on that movie was absolutely just phenomenal. You did you
buddy.
did see it, yeah, American Mike?
I
No?
haven't been to a movie.
I'm gonna
in
have to
months.
go see it now.
Oh,
My chick's
man.
gonna want to go this week.
Yeah, you got to see it.
Wait, I
gotta
thought
see
we were
it.
talking about Ataris.
No, we're
Shut up, Dave.
talking. Shut up, Dave.
But anyways, yeah. So go if treat yourself to a movie. You know, one thing that really pissed me off. I am not making this up, man. It was me and Drake. Drake's in the green room. I can bring him in to prove this shit, dude.
Now
We
Grandpa's
went the
there.
movie. The movie started. I was bitching and complaining about this when me and Jordy went to
Yeah.
breakfast yesterday. So we got our tickets. The movie started. You know, well the filming the viewing starts at 7:50. You know, so you're gonna watch 15 minutes of trailers. We get our tickets at 7:20. I mean, like on the dot. I have my phone in my hand. We go and we stand in line. We finally got up to the counter at 7:50. We literally stood in line for 30 fucking minutes while I watched the other lines. People that were just walking in, getting up and getting their shit. I'm like going, this kid is pissing me off. And every time I was thinking, okay, well, let me go ahead and I'll get into another line and watch me screw myself. You know what I mean? So I was
Whatever
like,
line
let me
you're
just
in, the other one's moving fast.
right.
That's why I use
Nope.
Fandango.
So you toughed it out, didn't you?
Dude, this guy, I am not kidding. It took this kid literally almost 10 minutes to get someone a fucking popcorn and a soda.
Oh, the concessions, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, those
I was
people are
like,
so
what the
slow. Every
hell?
fucking
Really?
theater.
Dude,
That's because they get
it's-
high before work. It's not their fault.
I mean, you kind of gotta. Have you ever seen the people that work there? They look so happy all the time. I'd have to get fucked up.
So anyways,
there's one
but
really cute girl in
Go
fucking theater
see the
by my house.
movie. It's awesome. Guarantee
I think
it.
she's like
You'll
20
thank me.
though. Too young.
And there's a new one coming out. I forgot what it was, dude.
Rampage.
Shit. Was it Rampage? No,
that
it's
was
not
an old
Rampage.
video game.
Yes, thank you. We were talking
No.
about video game movies.
What's the
Dave.
guy that has the
The Rock?
No, he's got the man. He was in the suit because he's burned. And
Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2.
April,
Oh, yeah.
It looks
Wait for
good.
that
April
one.
20th.
It looks good.
April 20th.
You gotta go see it. I'm going to.
I'm a big movie fan, if you can't tell.
And actually, speaking of
I think I've seen 45 this
things
year.
to go see, this Friday at the House of Blues is In This Moment. If you like good rock and roll, good heavy shit,
Good
I'm telling
shit.
you, In This Moment is gonna be kick ass.
They've been
I'm
playing those
taking
guys.
my girl Otsko. Hi, sweetie. Love you, muffin. So I'm taking her, and we're supposed to meet up with Henry and Lori, but they haven't responded back to my messages. Fine, I want to hang out with you anyways.
Is that Friday night?
It is Friday night, Friday the 13th.
Sweet.
Gotta love it. And then I get my truck painted on Monday. I'm dropping it off on Monday. And then the
truck
week after
painted?
that is track day.
What
April 28th.
What color are you getting your truck painted?
It's gonna be like a really dark, like a smoke silver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a really, really good color. I
So
like
kind of
it.
in between like Drake and my car, where ours is the dark end,
Yes.
yours is gonna be the light end of it.
Yes, exactly. Not as dark as yours. So
Yeah.
then it like during the day it looks more silver,
Right.
silver. Then at night it looks more like a darker color. So anyways, I was leaving the show up, so I want to folks, what do you want to discuss as far as like writing? What if you're a cager? And if you don't know what a cager is, I mean, if you have to.
Not listening to the
If
right
you don't know what a
program.
cager is, you probably are a cager.
Right. That is someone who commutes on four wheels all the time, you know?
Or when it gets too hot, they have to get in their car.
Right. Like me.
You pussies.
Dude, I'm working at Palm Springs this weekend.
Oh,
man.
yeah,
I'm telling
I'd
you,
be driving my car
I'm
to Palm
driving my
Springs.
truck. I was actually debating on if I was going to ride, but you know what? Now it's
supposed to be
500
really
degrees
hot,
at
yeah.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I mean, that might be an exaggeration.
It's
But,
cool for Palm Springs this
Yeah, it's
time of
supposed to
year.
be 88 on Saturday and 92 Sunday, so yeah, it's gonna be warm.
Oh, then
it's
you
gonna
know
be
I
warm
will
as
ride
shit.
then. I will ride. What does that say? Look twice. Oh, what is
Look
this?
twice for bikes.
That is gonna be warm as shit though. Even
Yes.
92 on Sunday.
Actually, you know what? Did you? Hey, Mike, did you see the post I did today? My buddy Ephraim posted it. It was some guy that was on Instagram or whatever Twitter or something like that, And
While he was
What
driving.
are those things those darn kids
and no,
do?
this asshat said something like, you know what? I have it right here. I will read it. Here it is. The guy's name is Clifford Gibson.
Oh, fuck that guy. I've
All
seen
right.
that thing all over fucking Facebook lately.
Well, good. I'm glad people fucking share that shit because this guy is a total asshat. I mean, you're a bottom feeder, Mr. Gibson.
It's going all over Facebook. The guy's just like being a dickhead. He's like, on the weekends I'll watch out for bikers, but the rest of the time they're fucking stupid.
Oh,
and they deserve to get run over.
moron. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy said, watch
that
out for
guy.
motorcycles. Fuck that. If it's Saturday or Sunday, I'll watch for them.
Just
but
'cause he
these
thinks
are
they're toys.
these are called recreational vehicles, meaning they are toys.
Since when is a
I got
motorcycle
it.
a
That is
recreational
not a
I got your
vehicle?
recreational
toy.
vehicle.
Got your toy.
Recreational vehicle, I believe, is a motorhome. You
Goofball.
fucktwat.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get hit on a motorcycle on your way to work Monday morning, then grow up and get a car.
I have a
Really?
couple. Thanks, fucker.
Really?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I have 2 cars. Asshole. People
What
don't.
makes that grown up? Like,
Hold on. I want to know
honestly-
when motorcycles became fucking vehicles with showers and shitters and stuff in them. Because
Right.
it's not a recreational vehicle.
Right. The guy's an asset. A recreational
news.
vehicle is an RV.
That's a
That's
per-
why it says
yeah.
RV. It's recreational vehicle.
But
You
that's a perfect example
dumbass.
of somebody who read an internet blog of some moron and then spout it back out and went, oh, yeah, this is truth. You
Right.
fucking idiot.
and so it says if you don't want to get hit on a motorcycle, then
Mike shaking his head at us.
Oh wait, I already read that. People don't have time to pander to you being a fucking sissy because you can't make intelligent life choices.
Whoa.
Yeah.
My fucking bad life decisions have nothing to do with my motorcycle. I can do that completely without buying a motorcycle. I
Yeah,
can fuck them
that's-
all on my own.
My
I
motorcycles
right?
are probably my best life decision.
Yeah, I know, right?
So
think-
that I don't fucking kill people.
It sounds
Yeah,
like this
exactly.
guy's projecting some of his own bad life decisions.
What do you
I
think
hate
of
my
that
life.
comment right there?
I just want to
He's a
know.
moron.
Right?
Uneducated.
Yeah, that's what really gets me is just the complete lack of education.
Yep.
I was
Getting
talking,
a car has nothing
I was
to do
talking
with-
to somebody about that. I was like, the problem with the internet is it gives people like that too much airtime.
True.
Well, they have
This
a platform.
motherfucker probably would have told his 3 friends his opinion like that.
And they all would've went,
before the
"Fuck off,
internet."
who cares?
And his own 3 friends have been like, fucking stupid, shut up. And
now
they
he's
moved
probably
on.
getting death threats.
But because he put that shit on the internet where everybody could see it, now everybody across the country is talking about it and giving that asshole the attention he wants.
Yep.
Right.
So my opinion is, fuck you. Let's move on.
Okay,
I concur.
I'm not done reading this yet because
I know. It gets worse.
Whoa, he said, "Fuck you, move on."
Fuck him. Let's move on. Stop
Well,
giving that
this,
fucker airtime.
This is what us writers have to deal with. I mean, people with this mentality. Okay, so you
Yeah,
are,
the righteousness.
he says, "You are not my responsibility, nor do I care about your life."
That's just a
that's
shitty
fucked
human
up.
being right there.
Oh, really? I've got a family to feed. Oh, like I don't. Like I don't have a
Obviously not.
family
You have a
feed,
motorcycle.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I just have discretionary income because I didn't get married and make my life fucking miserable to hate everybody else, dickhead.
And get this, or a job to get to, or a million other reasons that are more important to me than your choice of vehicle.
That's exactly what it is. It's just self-centered narcissism. It's just narcissism at its greatest these days.
Self-centered.
and that's why we drive.
Yeah, I know. I was
around
wondering
them.
if anybody would catch that.
So yeah, the guy's an idiot. He doesn't know how to spell. The guy probably got an F in
Leave
English.
it to me.
That's the same guy that swerves over the line to try to. Like,
Somehow I
knock
knew
you
you'd
out
be the
when
one to
you're
catch it.
white-lining.
So he says, so instead of expecting me to shoulder your responsibilities, how about you instead do what your mama taught you? Watch out for cars; they'll run you over.
Yeah.
That's funny, I
except
do.
For the signs that I see posted over the fucking freeway say "watch for motorcycles."
Well, we do have to watch for cars. He's right about that.
Yeah, but we both get taught the same thing, right?
Yeah.
If I go to a motorcycle class, I get told to look for cars.
Yeah.
If they go to driver's ed, they get told to look for motorcycles.
Yeah, like
not
once.
a lot, but they
Once,
get told.
maybe.
Yep.
And the fucking videos are out there. The signs are out there. May's Motorcycle Safety Month. So watch for that shit on the freeway. You'll see it.
Well,
Yeah, that doesn't sound like the whole thing. Like my main argument is
Just
how
a
he
fucking
says,
numbnuts.
"Just grow up," and that's like a total
Yeah.
non-grown up attitude.
This is a guy posting
Me
on the
versus
fucking
you.
internet like a 12-year-old fucking social media
exactly.
star.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah, I
telling us
welcome you to
grow
walk up to any group of motorcyclists and say that. Whether
Plus-
it's a fucking club or just some guy out on the weekend that's a dentist.
Just
He will
walk
tell
up
you to go
a
fuck
biker
yourself and
tell
probably
him
punch
to grow
you.
up.
Not everybody buys
And then swallow your own
motorcycles for
Adam's
toys.
apple when I crush it.
I think
I don't think you could
dickhead.
swallow
Go ahead.
your own Adam's.
Well, no, I mean, this is just somebody that, if they came up and said to that, you pull off of the road and you go to have a beer, and this guy comes up and says something like that. I mean, what would you do? I would
Well,
say, you're
yeah,
an
tell him
idiot,
why I
get
bought
up
my
and walk away.
motorcycle.
Because he's not worth my breath or my time.
True.
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
That's maturity speaking. I'd still hit the guy.
Well,
Well, you're
I
bigger
would-
than I am.
Maybe it's just maybe it's just me.
I'm too fucking fragile. I can't hit people.
I'll hit him for you. Don't worry. About it.
But
My health
but
issues,
the
I
thing
can't
is,
take the
is
chance.
here's the way I look at it, because there's obviously there's people out there like this.
Oh, yeah, that's the problem.
So me, I'm not worried about myself. When I ride, I have the awareness. That's why over 1 million miles and 35 years of riding on the street, I have 0 accidents. Now, have I had lots of close calls? Yes, I have.
Oh, yeah.
But now my thing is that I have 2 boys that ride. So now I have to think about, when my boys are riding their motorcycles, I cannot literally go to sleep. If I know that, like, my son is working late at UPS, and I can't go to bed until I know that I hear his motorcycle pull up in the driveway. Literally. If Drake rides his motorcycle to his mom's house, he has to make sure he texts me when he arrives at her house, because that's how much I worry as a father. Hey, Gib, yeah, that's right, I'm a father, you dip.
Can we move on?
Of
I'm
someone who
telling you, we're
rides a
giving this guy
motorcycle.
too much fucking airtime.
Yeah.
No, but
Just
I
move on.
think we're making awareness of people that are out there. So if you're driving a car, if you're a cager and you see someone that are being an asshole to a rider,
Call the cops.
Exactly.
bumper.
Take a picture of that license plate or call the 911. Hey, there's an
Yeah,
ass
just
hat
report him
trying
as
to
a drunk
literally
driver. They'll pull him over.
Right.
Yeah.
Good one.
I do that all the time. I don't know if they're texting or they're drunk, but they're weaving and they're.
Oh, yeah, I do that one.
Yep.
All right,
Mostly when I'm in
I
my
had somebody
car,
just
but-
the other day tried to cross over the white line just to nudge me out of the way just
Yeah.
because I'm coming, and I was
Oh,
going
yeah.
slow. Fucking asshole. That's what Scott does.
Dave Russ chimed in. He says, "If loud pipes save lives, imagine what learning to ride that thing will do."
Yeah.
Nice.
Dave Russ is a bad dude. I swear to God, Dave Russ is one badass son of a bitch on a motorcycle, man. If trying to pass him at a horse thief mile is a chore. And when I'm on a sport bike and he's on a big ass dresser Harley, and then
With his fucking stereo blaring.
right, he's just rocking out
That's my
ZZ
favorite part.
Top and shit.
Yeah, he's just blasting his stereo, cruising.
And then Allie, because we were talking about, we were dating ourselves on a tar, and Allie says, what did she say? She says, what do you call, are you calling us old? No, I'm not, Allie.
Nope.
Oh shit!
No, I'm not. I'm recounting that one.
I just saw a news article, not changing the subject or anything,
Yes,
but
you
this
are.
could have happened to us. Man develops a severe thunderclap headaches after eating the world's hottest pepper.
Oh,
Jesus.
shit.
No more pepper challenges. I don't even know what the
Yeah,
hell
no,
that is, but I
I'm
don't
not
want
eating
it.
no more hot shit anymore. So tonight wasn't open for him. I had material, and I've always got material. But you know what? I'm going to leave it up to the panel. So Mike, Miracle Mike, what did you want to discuss about?
I have no idea.
Oh, this guy.
See,
No, and just he didn't do his homework.
See, what did I tell you? It's
what
the
do you
boy who
wanna
cried
do?
wolf.
Didn't do
What
his
did I
homework.
tell you this weekend? You always tell us to research topics, and we never fucking get to them. So
I
now what
did-
happens? Nobody researches.
No, well,
Oh, it's just a
This is
reaper. We
My,
had
my
those.
world of experience is rather limited. So what am I going to talk about?
okay.
Being
Well,
a new
it's-
rider, well, we've covered that. I need a new helmet because the one I'm wearing, I'm like roasted. Is there? Do they make one? Do they make one that has air conditioning in it?
Helmets
you
are actually an
ninny
interesting topic because they do make. I forget the name of the brand, but there is a brand that has fans installed in the liner.
I
Yes.
need something.
They should put
And
that cooling
and then
material
I got
in,
an
the
arrow
cooling gel.
stitch suit,
Okay.
which I had to send back because it was like dragging on the ground.
Damn it.
So I have to go get it resized.
Yeah.
And I bought a new mesh jacket
Nice.
Good call.
because it's
Yeah.
fucking hot
Yeah,
outside.
It's fucking hot outside. It's
And
only April.
the one I had was nice, but it didn't breathe enough. So I got a mesh that'll get me for the summer. But
Don't
this
worry, you
helmet-
won't even feel it when
this
you're in your air
helmet thing.
conditioned car.
I got to do something because I got home today after a 20-minute ride from Riverside, and I was just drenched.
Yeah.
I use a little skull cap to get the sweat.
Well, I
or
got one of
something like
those
that.
too, but I got to wring it out when I get home.
My favorite trick for riding in heat is an old biker trick that I forget who taught. I think maybe it was Jack. before
Open
he
the
died.
visor.
No, if you're out in the if you're out in the desert and you're fucking hot, like if
that's
you're riding to
like you
Vegas
have
or
a
something,
freaking
you
hot
take your
air
flannel
dryer
off
pointed at you.
at the gas station bathroom, soak it in the sink, and then put it back on.
Right.
You no longer have to sweat because there's already liquid against your skin.
Oh.
You
They
will
have-
get fucking cold riding through the desert with your shirt.
They have a
like
whole
that.
cool-
Well,
Cooling
I've got one
vest
of those
that you can do
cooling
that
vests
with.
that you do that with.
Those don't fucking work.
Well, okay. Well,
I've tried them.
Oh, you
but
have?
that's still, that isn't on my head.
Right. That's true. That
They do have that material
bottle
that you
in
can
the
put in
lid.
hard hats. So it's like a little round piece of that cooling material.
There
You
is
get it
not
wet,
enough room in my helmet for anything but my head.
You can just stick
Because
it right on
I
the
was
top.
told-
Look at the size of that head.
I wear a small, man. I got a little tiny head, but
You wear a small?
I do.
apparently so does
Holy
Zig.
shit.
I do.
You need a bigger
No, I wear,
helmet.
I wear a double X.
but they.
That's not what I'm talking about.
But
Head.
they, you know,
I got
when
you.
I went to my motorcycle training course, it's like if you can move that helmet an inch, it's not
it should
fit right.
snug.
So it's snug, and there's no room to put any kind of gel nothing in it.
It goes on top
So
of
you
your
cheat,
head.
pour water, like pour a bottle of water into it.
Are we still complaining
don't
about
have
the
to do.
heat? Really?
Yeah, always.
Well,
complain.
no,
I rode
I'm
300
not
fucking miles
complaining.
and half of that was through Palm Desert. And you
I'm
guys
not
are complaining about the
complaining. I'm
goddamn
looking for
heat.
solutions.
He
That's
doesn't
cool.
have
I
any
just
hair
remember
to
when you
heat his
guys were
head
real
up.
riders. That's all.
I didn't. I offered solutions to the
I am,
heat.
I am a,
What
I
happened
am a
there?
fair weather rider. There's
That's
no
fair.
doubt about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm messing with you.
I don't really care.
He's like, don't give a fuck.
said,
Fuck
"I don't
off.
really
But he's
care."
got a good point. If they did have a helmet that had that cooling stuff in it, that would be a really good product. Because as you sweat and get the stuff wet, then it starts cooling down. So that would be.
Well, it just
That
takes some
would be- that
pieces.
would be-
There's got to be some way to vent those things better.
Well,
Oh, well,
on the-
you know
I'm
what,
talking
how
about
Depends on
about
what helmet you
the
have.
bandana in the sink and wrap around
Yeah,
your face.
yeah, that's next.
That works pretty good.
Yeah.
You can just wrap it like.
How's this
train
for an
rubber
idea?
Suck it
what
the
if
fuck
you,
up?
No, what if you the Freon and they were apt to like have the Freon circulate through the helmet.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
for real.
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
For
Schubert.
real.
might asphyxiate.
Think about that.
Yeah, go Schubert, right? They can charge you $500 more on top of the $2,000 helmet.
I mean,
And
that
put
Yeah,
some
there you go.
cooling
I mean,
stuff in
think,
it.
think about
Well,
it.
and
It's a great
here's-
topic.
there's,
They have grip warmers, they have seat warmers, they have suits that can keep
Yeah,
you warm.
yeah.
But they don't have anything that's going to keep you cool.
That's not true.
Think about that.
That's not true. Dave Woods, our other boss, bought a cooling vest, and it has lines in it, like coolant lines, like your refrigerator,
Huh.
and it has a little battery pack and a little water pump.
Nice.
And you put a little bit of ice water in it, and then it pushes that ice water through the veins of the vest to keep you cool.
Ah,
He was
sweet.
trying to get me to buy one last summer because I was bitching about the heat, and he's like, "Check this out." I tried it on, and it was fucking ice cold.
And how much was it?
I think he said it was like $120.
Oh, that's
that's
not
cheap.
cheap.
That's cheap.
Dude, for as much as I ride
Dave
during
Woods
the
about it,
summer,
I'll tell you. Because they exist.
Yeah.
There's cooling vests out there, but
Okay.
it's like a vest.
But
that you
that's
wear
not your
underneath.
Yeah,
head.
for the helmet.
I didn't know.
There's
It's
all
not a
kinds of
helmet.
stuff to deal. Right. It's my
But the
head.
thing is,
that-
if you keep your torso cool enough, then the blood that's circulating from your torso will cool your head down.
I don't buy it.
It works.
Yeah, in
works.
physics
Yeah,
don't
but
work
why
that
not
way.
just
Inside
cool
the
your head
helmet.
down?
and now on Biology
I'll try
Biker Hour.
I'm just saying.
But you know, that's a great idea. I like that.
I mean,
It is.
I'd have to look into that.
But you could look into other helmets that have like better ventilation.
Well, and that's where I was going with it. I mean, there's got to be something that's better designed. I have this. I tried on 20 different helmets when I bought mine, and the
What
only
helmet
one
are you rocking? What helmet are you rocking?
it's a Japanese Kamui. I think it's called
Cuomo. Cuomo.
No,
No?
no,
no, that's a tire.
no. It's Kamui, and it was either it was. I tried on Bell and
I think I just figured out where I'm
Arai
riding
and
tomorrow when I wake up.
I even tried on a Schubert, but I wasn't ready to spend $700.
No, I tried the Schubert and I liked the style and shape, but the way their helmets are shaped, it's almost like a
Well-
bowling ball. It's very spherical.
Oh.
and
And
it was too close to my face.
and
I
that's the
needed
problem
room.
that I had. This helmet was the one that just felt right.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a lot of circulation.
Not a lot of
I mean, I got
ventilation.
two little things at the top, and I got one down in the bottom. And
Yeah, it's typical.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I've owned like 14 or 15 different helmets, and I've had one that was just great for circulation. The only problem was during the winter, couldn't wear the goddamn helmet because it was too cold.
Well,
Well,
but
you
then
can-
you got
Yeah.
15 others, right?
Well, yeah.
Pick another one
I
that
went
you
through
wear
a
in the
phase
winter.
where it was like girls with fucking purses. I had like 5 or 6 helmets at a time.
Yeah.
And I wore them all. It was just, all right, this is going to be my weekend helmet. This is going to be my during the week sweat a lot helmet. Like,
Well, I can see cold weather gear and hot weather.
yeah, oh,
gear,
absolutely.
you know,
Yeah.
and a helmet would just be part of that.
Yeah.
Well, and you're on the cross country, so you've got a decent windscreen.
I do.
So what you could do is leave your lens open and wear sunglasses instead to get more airflow to your face.
Well, and I've thought about getting a 3/4 helmet,
Don't do it.
but I like
wouldn't.
the front of my face too
Exactly.
much.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say.
that's
So
not
if-
going to happen.
Because you've already got the fairing and the windscreen. If you just crack your lens
Yeah.
and wear the eye protection, you get more airflow to your face. You just got to make sure you stay hydrated. Otherwise, you get the lizard skin around your face.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have Allie chimed in. She says,
What's
Matt,
up?
check this out. Okay, Allie, our fearless leader for SoCal Motorcycle Training. Matt is here to say that you can still be skilled and careful, and risk still happens.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it does, because
Yep. Matt just went down.
our buddy Matt, I call him my brother from another mother, was taken out. And I'm telling you, he's one of the most skilled riders I know.
Don't rephrase that. He wasn't taken out. He's still alive.
No, well, he was
He
taken out
survived.
on his motorcycle.
He was
I didn't say
involved
he
in a
was
crash.
killed. I said he was
Yeah.
taken out while he was riding.
Yeah.
And
We were really worried
So
there for a
you know, he's and me and Jordy went and visited him
Last Saturday.
last
Saturday.
Not
Sunday.
2 days ago, but
Yeah, last weekend. And he looked really good. You know, Matt, man, I love you, man, to pieces. And it's great to see that you're on this road to recovery, because the accident was really, really bad. And I think that, you know, not only are you blessed to still be here, but I think that, you know, the rest of us that are part of your life, or you're part of our life, I think we're even more blessed. So love you, man. And you're right. It doesn't matter how skilled of a rider you are. Things can go bad. Just like that. And without even realizing what happened. So very good. And so since you brought, we bring that up, Dave Rustin, how about when and when not to lane split, pros and cons?
That's a good option.
That's a very good option. So who wants to take that one first?
Well, according to the Highway Patrol, over 40 miles an hour.
You mean, well, your maximum speed of 40 miles.
Right.
Well,
So if traffic is moving, there's no reason to be splitting.
yes, exactly.
That's what they say, yeah.
Yeah. And of
That
course,
is what they say. There's
So
still
right
people.
now-
I do a lot of
So-
weaving, but I don't do a lot of splitting.
so give me a pro for lane splitting.
Keeping the damn air moving while it's 90 degrees
True.
outside.
That is true, because motorcycles are most of them are air cooled, and even if they are water cooled,
I'm air cooled.
right? Because the Victory is an air cooled bike, and Redow's got two Vics that depend on air flowing over them. People don't realize that the motorcycle does not have a cooling system that the car does.
Yep.
It
They're
doesn't.
not built the same.
And they depend on air. Even if your motorcycle is water cooled or liquid cooled, which means that it's got an oil cooler on it,
The water.
it's not enough to keep that motorcycle. Because remember, the motorcycle is running at thousands of RPMs, whereas your car is running at hundreds of RPMs. So we need to.
Let's just say he's right.
No. I got a point.
everybody
here.
got the same look on their face. Like, what the fuck are you talking
They're
about?
all thousands. They're just like twice
I
many.
know that, but
It's all right,
let
Zane.
me humor the fucking idiots out there.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Go ahead, talk to yourself.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
I mean, my car at 80 is still doing 1900. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you know, I'm fucking trying to dumb everything down. Okay.
you're succeeding.
I am.
Yeah, you're overachieving, dude.
As long as I can keep myself
Overachieving.
happy, that's all that matters. But no, a motorcycle is dependent on airflow going over the motorcycle. It will not cool down, and a motorcycle will heat up very, very quickly.
And that heats us up as the riders because we're above that.
Think about
And
it.
heat rises.
Well, think about if you're.
I'm gonna kill him.
Let's say if a motorcycle is doing 50 miles per hour and a car is doing 50 miles per hour, the car is probably at approximately right about maybe 3,000 RPM
Or less.
or less. A motorcycle is probably doing about 5,000 RPM.
That's
does
low
that
RPMs
make
for
any
bikes.
sense?
Or more, depending on the
Or
gear.
more, depending on depending
7,
on how
8.
on your gear ratio. And if you went, if you have a stunner bike, you had the big ass 50 fucking tooth sprocket on that thing. Right. But it all depends on the motorcycle. But yeah, on average, you're looking at 2,000 to 3,000 more RPM than a car. So yeah, we need that air. Is lane splitting safe? Yes, it is.
Yep.
So I'll let Reed take this one.
Oh well, the most recent lane splitting study was done at UC Berkeley, and they proved that, like everywhere else on the fucking planet, that lane splitting is better not just for the car drivers but also for the riders. Riders were involved in less rear end collisions. They were involved in less sandwich style collisions. They took up different parts of the road, so the corrosion of the pavement went down. The congestion in traffic went down because the bikes weren't sitting in traffic with everyone else. There were less rider-involved accidents because of, weird shit like breathing smog and getting overheated. Like, Berkeley is the leading motorcycle study college right now. Most of the information that's out there comes from Berkeley.
Okay, Jordan, give me a con of lane splitting.
You are putting yourself at increased risk if you do it at the wrong time or if you do it too fast. So, like, I lane split almost daily because I commute every day. And what I mean by that is obviously, like you said, when traffic's kind of moving, no point to be lane splitting. So if they're doing 50 miles an hour, no point in me going 70, 80 miles an hour to split lanes. You can switch lanes, change lanes, kind of swerve like he was weaving.
Well, like, on my way here, I brought the cage today because it's 95 and I wanted the air conditioning. I got my doors blown off by some guy zipping between cars at 85 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's a con, is when you do it wrong.
He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, even as a rider, I'm looking at him like, you fucking idiot. Because
I do that every time I see them.
At those speeds, you cannot physically,
Nope,
like the human body
react.
cannot react if a car jumps out in front of you or you find a blown out tire or a chunk of wood in the road. You don't have the time to react because of that higher speed. Now, there's some discrepancy between Highway Patrol and the American Motorcyclist Association about what speed should be legal. Right now, it's 30 miles per hour with a 10 mile per hour differential. So
I thought it was 50.
You can split up to about
it's not
30.
50.
But what AMA is trying to do, along with Abate, is bring it up to 50 with a 15 mile per hour differential. Mm-hmm. But either way, they wouldn't want you
meaning like
splitting
35?
at highway
Yeah.
speed. That's the point, is they don't want you splitting at 70, 80, 90 miles an hour because you can't react. And you cause accidents when you're that fucking idiot who decided to sleep in 10 extra minutes and has to blast between cars to get to work. It's
Right.
not safe.
You were going to say something?
Well, you said exactly the same. I remember if it was in a Facebook post or something where somebody had asked, how fast do you split lanes?
You're
And I
supposed to
believe
do it
I
below
believe your
30.
answer was no faster than I can stop.
It wasn't me, but I
That's
remember.
not
yeah,
a bad
I
answer.
think
That's
it was
not a
Mike.
bad answer.
I think that was
yeah,
Mike.
yeah,
That's the
that's a
idea
great
is,
answer.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
never split faster than you can stop.
That's pretty much what I do these
And-
days.
Yeah.
I mean, even instructors that train for this stuff to do these quick stops, I've got 2 years of solid quick stop training, and I can stop my bike at about 12 feet at 20 miles an hour. That's the length of a car.
Yep.
So if I'm doing 80 down the freeway, multiply that shit by 4. That's 40 feet. That's the length of a school bus, bro. Like, you're not going to be able to stop. And no matter how techy your bike is, no matter how much you upgraded your shit, you're never going to develop that skill.
Yeah.
The fucking MotoGP racers still bonk into each other now and then because they don't know what's going on around them. You don't have the fucking skill.
Right.
Yeah.
And don't get me started on fucking MotoGP.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
Marquez.
no.
Marquez. See this, Marquez?
God damn it.
What an asshat you are, dude. Are you serious? I can't believe you pulled that maneuver in a first gear right-hander. Really? And take the doctor out. Asshat.
The dickhead.
God, man. I swear to God, man.
now on Angry
Marquez,
Zig.
he's got this whole thing, man, that
Armchair professionals. Over
that
here.
he's oh my God, he's such a narcissist and oh wow. He's a great racer. I admire him for his skill, but I swear to God, I'd like to bitch slap him. I'm not saying that I like. Well, I do. Rossi is my guy above Marquez, but Marquez is a very talented rider. But you know what? There's a time and a place to be an asshole, and it's not on the track. You know what I mean? Be an asshole when you're out there in practice and you want to stuff some guy on the off the track. You know what I mean? Holy shit. But Twan, just want to let you know the topic of today is what you want to talk about. Just send me a message. We are going to be taking a little bit of break here. In a few minutes, we got to pay some bills, and I got to pee, and I do want to take a couple drags off of smoke. A cigarette. Not what you're thinking. Not what this guy's going to do.
All right.
Okay.
Good idea. I should
Hey,
smoke.
I found the shop in Rancho. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
And of course, we only had one shot of tequila. What the hell?
Figures.
Yeah, I was going to ask if I was supposed to bring a bottle, but I'm
It
broke.
was your turn.
That was a dumb fucking question. If you have to ask, you
was
just
your
bring
That's
it.
why I didn't ask.
Holy shit! Really?
Yep.
But
I'll bring it next week.
Now how am I supposed to get drunk, Dave?
You don't get drunk.
Exactly.
And Ethan, before we go on, Ethan also chimed in. He agreed with you. Pour water all over your shit.
Yeah.
And ride.
It's amazing how it works, and I
Actually,
when you see
try
these
it with
cats
engine
riding-
coolant.
When you
Pour it
see
in
these
your
guys,
hair.
you see these bikers riding through the desert in white long
Don't
sleeve
say it.
shirts.
Gonna kill him.
I used to think those guys were fucking stupid. I'm like, why are you wearing sleeves in the desert? And then I tried that shit, and then I hit it with a bottle of water, and it was fucking cold. And I was like, all right, this is brilliant.
Well,
So now I
that
do
and
it
it
all the
also
time.
keeps the sun from
Keeps the
just
sun off your
literally
arms. So you don't,
frying.
I mean, I'm Irish, bro. I burn way too fast.
Can
Yeah,
you, do
you
that
are
with a
definitely
mesh
white.
jacket, or
I
is it
gotta
dry
keep
too
the sun
quick?
off me.
You're definitely
and
white.
It works.
All right, so we are going to take a little bit of a break. So stick around. I'll go ahead and we're gonna chime off on Facebook. We'll be back in about 2 and 2. So stick around for Biker Alley on the Zig Zone.
No.
Chaotic Radio, because the rest is just a waste of time.
Upon a motorbike last night, it was late after the show when we checked back and headed to Ontario. While we run the shoreline wide, Lake Superior and outside, hear the sound of the road become our stereo. On a cold October eve under the lights of Montreal, well, we played between 10 demons, became 2 involved for all. Now the club refused to pay for the show that we had played. Then they tossed us to the gutter, drunk and underpaid. Hungover out of cabs, we pledged to flee that city fast. When we checked the clubman's back, we set it up at last. We got a spark, the engine turned, she fired up the rubber bud, and before you know it, we were in the highest gear. On a motorbike last night, it was late after the show when we jet Quebec and headed to Ontario. Well, we run the shoreline wide, Lake Superior and outside, hear the sound of the road become a stereo. Up on a motorbike last night, still with 1,000 miles to go, while we blazed down the highway to Ontario. On past the rock cut of the Canadian Shield, we crossed from Manitoba border to the prairie field.
All right. We are back on the Zig Zone. It's your favorite song, Jordy.
Motorbiking.
So welcome back to Motorcycle Alley. Tonight we're talking about everything motorcycle, and what were we talking about?
Dumb shit.
Anything we wanted to.
Yeah, just dumb shit.
Anything we wanted.
And if you haven't noticed, over the break, Zig got a lot uglier.
Anything we wanted to. And shorter.
And shorter.
And we ran out of tequila.
And whiter.
Womp, womp, womp. We need to get Facebook Live going again now, too.
Yeah.
Zig, you do that. I can't figure that part out.
I don't know. I can't believe anybody's still on Facebook.
Don't worry. It's just until the next social media thing pops up.
Yep.
First it was MySpace, then it was Facebook, and then it'll be something else.
Snapchat?
You know MySpace.
Right now,
Well, I just want
Snapchat's
to know
pretty
how much
fucking
the
poppin'.
Russians have been paying Zuckerberg.
No shit.
He was probably their seed money.
Oh,
Oh,
did you
Jesus.
see that thing where he was like, "Oh, I apologize, blah blah blah, because for allowing the Russians to get in here, whatever he fucking said."
Yeah, whatever.
God.
That was a really valiant attempt to stop them. Please delete the files.
Right?
Oh shit.
Actually, that wasn't the Russians yet. It was that company that sold it to the Russians.
Cambridge Analytica.
Yep.
Yep.
Fucking Brits. Oh, sorry, Dutchie. Yeah, it was an English company. Everybody's all talking about the Russians. It's like, oh, what about these guys?
All they did was gather it. It's who they sold it to.
Illegally.
Well, again, where's the seed money come from? Well, it was just like when you did that bald thing. Did you you remember how you took the picture of your...
Oh, yeah, yeah, and
Did
they
you
edited
read the
to make me
disclaimer on that thing?
Yeah, I just didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yup. That's how they get you.
I don't care. What are
But they
gonna
get you
do?
friends of friends, too. So, like, when you do that, you're allowing
That's
them to
exactly
access
right.
your friends lists, and now they start compiling
Well, it's the same thing on your
information
phone.
on us.
If you get an app on your phone, the first thing it does is it says, I want permissions for everything on your phone.
Yeah, it wants to post for you.
And
shit.
you can't install the app until you accept all of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
certain
then you
ones,
have
yeah.
to go in
And turn it all off.
then you can turn it all off.
Yeah.
But by default, they won't. Most of them won't even let you install it.
Yeah, well, like Facebook Live, for example. Because Zig is using Facebook Live, Facebook has access to his microphone and camera even when the phone is turned off. So even if it's
You mean even when
even if
Facebook
it's
Live is
laying
turned
on
on?
the counter, they can access your microphone at any time and listen to what's going on in the room.
Yeah, 'cause
Legally.
everybody wants to know what the hell
Because
Zig's up
you
to.
gave
Big
them
Brother.
permission. No, seriously, that's people say Big Brother and they chuckle it off, but that is what you're giving them permission to do. Read the fine print on Facebook.
Oh,
That's all there.
it's true.
No, I mean that would never happen.
I don't give a crap.
It's not like Google or Verizon would just sell metadata
Well,
to
and
like the
it's-
government.
Yeah, and it's
ever.
and Google and
Yeah.
and Amazon's Alexa.
Yeah.
Alexa, yeah.
You know, I have one of the, they call it the Spot.
Yeah.
It's a small one, but I got things covering the cameras because
I want to get an Alexa just to say, FBI, stop fucking watching me.
Even Zuckerberg was taping off his webcam on his laptop.
I do that.
because he knows better.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got mine taped off.
Oh, they all do.
See that right there?
Yep.
Oh no, yes.
He's got his webcam taped off, but he's on Facebook Live. What does that tell you?
Well, you know.
Well, I mean, does it? I
what?
get. I don't want to be the guy that says does it really matter because I know it does fucking matter, and on a
can
certain level
try.
it kind of bothers me. But at the same time, I mean, I know I'm an asshole and I know I do dumb shit, but I don't do anything epically dumb enough to get the CIA or FBI interested in me. I don't think. I mean, I do say like shit about bombs and stuff sometimes, but I'm not like I'm gonna go blow something up.
You didn't
No,
download
yeah.
the Anarchist Cookbook yet?
Jordy, you are
I tried to
you're,
find
you're
that.
on the FBI watch list, dude,
out there.
because you're fucking bald and fat. They want to know
They-
if you're
they
gonna,
like
they want
bald
they
and
want to know
fat
if you're gonna be eating anybody.
I mean, I was waiting for the punchline, but I'm wildly disappointed. Wildly disappointed. Zig. I mean, at least you laughed. That's 1 out of 4.
All I have to do is hear it myself.
25% of the time, it
as
works 100% of the time.
As long as I hear it myself, I'm good to fucking go. So we talked about helmets and talked about staying cool. All right, that's great. We talked about lane splitting. There's some huge issues when it comes to lane splitting or lane sharing, and also the speeds that we're dealing with. So Jordy, did you have something that? Oh, wait, actually, I think it was your turn.
My turn. Okay.
What was
My
it that-
topic that I was thinking about?
Yeah.
I like to call them brandists. The bike racists that think that only one type of bike is ever going to be good enough for their ass to sit on. I got really irritated with a guy this was like maybe 2 days ago. Well, no, you guys all know.
It is.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of a victory pusher.
Proponent.
Right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
fucking love my victories. Anytime somebody says, hey, what kind of bike should I get? Victory. Every time. All the time. But I'm not the kind of guy that'll see a video of a Harley and go, that bike's a piece of shit. Why would you ever buy one of those? Because to me, anything with 2 wheels is a fucking motorcycle. Those guys are all, every brand has something that they bring to the table or they wouldn't fucking exist.
Truth.
Yeah. So I got really irritated the other day because I posted a video. It was like Quaid, Harley Davidson, the dealership, did a video about our school. About, hey, you can come and learn how to ride motorcycles. And I was in it. So I got all excited like I was a little minor celebrity. And I shared the video. And then somebody was talking shit about Harleys on the video. And I'm like,
nice.
dude, I'm in the fucking video. Shut up. Like, these guys gave our range. They donated a motorcycle because they're cool.
Oh, very
Like,
cool.
that dealership, not speaking for all Harley dealerships because some of them are assholes, but Quaid has been really cool
Quaid
with
stepped
us.
up.
And, I've sent
Well,
a
they
lot of customers
promoted
their
your
way. They
training.
sent a lot of customers my way. I
Nice.
like the way they do business.
They used to
and
sell
Harley
Buell, too.
Davidson as a whole has done something that very few brands have been able to do. They've stood the test of time because of things like their amazing marketing team
Yeah.
that can sell what some might say are subpar bikes to a huge amount of people. When you got a bike like a Victory that has solved all of those problems that Harleys still have, like the solid motor mounts and, still using push rods in fucking 2017.
And then
What are they
Polaris
thinking?
kills Victory.
Yeah, but
Bastards.
that's besides the
Yeah.
point. The point is, I don't actively talk shit about any brand. Like, I'm a Victory guy, but if you ride a Yamaha, cool, bro, we're out riding. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
But it drives me nuts that these guys are like, I would never sit on one of those. Like, shut the fuck up.
I actively talk shit about Hondas because
Yeah.
I've owned a bunch of them and their stators
Their
kind of
stators
suck.
suck. Yeah.
After like 100
Yeah.
years, they still can't figure out how to build a fucking
I mean, bro,
stator.
every toy that's ever come out of China or Japan, all those electronics are all fucking busted on, talking G.I. Joes and all that shit. So it doesn't surprise me that their bikes die too. But
Yeah, no, fuck off. I own two. I have to admit, I own 2 Hondas. I have a 600RR and I have a 1000RR, and I have been through 3 stators and 3 rectifiers on Bebe.
Yep.
And one time,
Which is the 1,000.
One of the times it went out was when I was taking one of the advanced courses.
Oh, shit.
And I'm sitting there and I'm waiting in line, and all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? My temp gauge is going up. It was really fucking hot. It was like, I think it was July.
Oh,
and
shit.
so I shut my bike off.
Oh, no.
And I'm just kind of like scooting up, waiting myself for my turn in line. Then it's my turn. I go to turn my bike on. It was like,
And then his bike remembered it was a Honda and it had to kill a stator real quick.
You told me I got rid of my
damn
Saber
it.
just in time.
and it was funny because Steve Kirsch was at that training, and so I'm like, shit, so I had to push my bike to the side, and I ran into the container and I grabbed a TW. So as I'm running in the container, grabbed Steve. He didn't know me yet, and he's like going, "Oh, can I help you?"
I'm like,
Yeah,
bro,
no,
bro, this is my site. Don't worry about it.
I'm good to go. I'm good to go.
I'm just gonna borrow a bike real quick. Don't worry
grabbing
about
a TW, and it was funny because then I grabbed the TW, and they have 2 types of tires for the TW. They have the knobby tire. Then there's one that's more like intermediate for street and dirt. But this one had the knobbies on it, so we're doing an exercise, and we're having to flop the bike in and push on the handlebar and flop it in.
On the
and
knobs.
so and I get on the gas, dude, and the ass end. I come around the cone, and the ass end just slides out like if I'm on like mud. And so I pull right next to Axe.
Yep.
And Axe is smiling, and he goes, "So, little fast, huh?" I says, "Oh no, there's a slippery spot right there." What do you do? I got Pirellis on my 1000, man. They're meant to stick, not knobbies. Yeah, that's a good one. How about Jordy? What have you got?
I would say that one of the things that I like to talk about is kind of what he was telling the bikists or whatever. I can't remember what word he used. Brandists.
Bastards.
But it goes right up there with I think we might have talked about it before as far as, I ride a sport bike, so I can't wave to a guy on a Harley, or I ride a Harley, so I can't wave to a guy on a sport bike or a tour or an adventure.
I hate them too.
Yeah, why
I rode
that?
Like I was saying before the show, I rode 300 miles a day, and I passed quite a few bikes, and they were all, pleasant enough. There wasn't one of them that didn't wave, but normally, like on my daily commute, there's always a couple guys, and some of them are on sport bikes, and some of them are on Harleys. They just don't acknowledge you at all. It's like, hey, I know you like to ride your bike once a month, but if you're going to be part of the culture, be part of the culture. Yeah. Don't just go, I'm going to ride my bike and I'm in my own little world. None of you matter. Like, well, yeah, you're right. Until something goes wrong. And then what happens when I pull over to help you and you go, oh, shit, now I need you.
I agree. Because actually, me and Jordy, Jordy's been shadowing me. I was in Adelano working for Motorcycle Training Center oh my God.
High Desert.
The High Desert. Oh my God. I'm Tom Edgar.
Yeah. High Desert Motorcycle Training.
Yeah. Brick wall right behind me. I need to stand my head up against it. But me and Jordy, we've been riding
thousands of miles underneath each other.
Yep.
Yeah, we put a couple hundred more under each other this weekend.
But when we're riding together, we wave at everybody.
Mike's confused.
And there was a couple
Although riding under each
guys
other was a
Yeah.
that were, because I was on my CBR and Jordy was on his FZ1, and so there were we're probably, I'm gonna guess, Jordy, we probably passed up at least maybe 100 bikes, right,
throughout the weekend,
and there were a couple guys that were just like on on the HDs, and we put our hands up. I'm gonna wave at everyone. If you're riding a scooter, I'm gonna give you the heads up.
I wave at scooters too.
The funny part is the guys on the scooters.
That's because
when the scooters wave first.
That's because you are a scooter.
Now I got the CBR 600.
No, I was to say the guys on the scooters. Whenever I wave at them, they always give me a confused look. Like, why is he waving at me? Because they're not used to it.
Yeah.
And that why is, and then actually, Jordy, when you and I were leaving the range yesterday, there was a guy on a Harley that was on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And you started to pull over. I was in the left-hand lane, and there was a car coming up. So I'm like, going, oh shit! So the car passed, and I didn't get a chance to pull over. But I turned around and I gave him the thumbs up. Are you okay? And the guy he was putting his helmet and just looked at us like, didn't. yeah, even if I'm okay, fuck off.
Yeah,
Really?
I started to pull over and I noticed he was
You
putting
did.
his helmet back on and getting on his bike. So I was like, all right.
But still, at least acknowledge
one of
me.
those guys that pulls over on
acknowledge
the
me. Just say, hey, just give me a thumbs up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good. I mean, at least we're giving you the opportunity to say, hey,
Yeah.
do you need some help? Because I will pull over.
Yeah.
Even though I worked a fucking full day, I'll pull over and I'm going to help you out.
Yep.
That's what we do.
Yeah, I do that shit on the way to work too, because on the 91 there's always some guy on a motorcycle on the side of the road. So it's like, all right, well, I guess I'm pulling over now.
Well,
Even if you're gonna be late for work.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
The last time I pulled over for a guy, he disappeared.
What?
It was weird. I saw a guy on the side of the road with his hazards on, and I'm in my cage. I don't remember why. And I pulled over, and I got out of my car, and I'm like, hey, guy, what's up? He goes, I ran out of gas. I said, don't trip. I got a gas can in the back of my car. It's empty. Let me go up to the gas station real quick. I'll get a gallon of gas. I'll come back. Stay right there. I'll bring you a bottle of water. Cool. I go to the gas station. I get the bottle of water and the gallon of gas. I turn around on the side road, get back to the off-ramp where he was. He's fucking gone. I spent 15 minutes just driving up and down like every road that went from where he was to the gas stations, both directions, trying to find his ass.
But you went out of your way to,
Right.
even though it's great. Now he's not there.
Yeah,
then
I'm like,
that's,
okay,
that's
clearly
okay.
something happened to him because he's gone now.
Maybe
Right.
somebody else
But
stopped.
Maybe
and
he
they
realized he had like a
gas.
reserve tank or some shit. I don't know.
Right,
But it pissed me off. Like,
I'd be in trouble. I don't know
pissed
where
me
my
off
valve is.
because
With the
the
victory,
guy
I
knew
found out
I was
something.
coming back.
How did he know you were coming back?
I told him I was coming back.
Oh.
I said, hey, I'm going to come back with a gallon of gas and a bottle of water because it's fucking hot out here. And he said, cool. And then I took off. And I was back in like 5 minutes and he was gone. Like, you couldn't have left a fucking note? Or like, got your bike running and said, oh, you know what? I better wait for that guy.
Oh, I can see that.
Like,
Yeah.
if somebody says, hey, bro, I got you. I'm coming back for you. I don't care if that's a stranger or not. If I get my shit running, he said he was going up to that gas station right there. Let me buzz up there real quick and tell him I got it going.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, just return the fucking favor. I pull
Exactly.
over across 4 lanes of traffic to save your ass. Dickhead.
Yeah.
Right. Dave Rusk chimed in. He says, we all have 2 wheels and a throttle.
Yep.
Good one, Dave.
Nice.
I
like
agree.
it.
I agree. So let's go to America Mike. Obviously, to me being that's how we met because I was your instructor. And during the classroom session, I said, what do you do if a rider is on the side of the road?
what do I do?
Yeah, what do you do if there's a rider on the side of the road?
Well, I pull over.
there
and
you
check
go.
on them. Well, and I got stories.
No matter
like
what
that,
they're
too.
riding, you're
Yeah.
on a victory, but and they're on a CBR.
Well, I was going down to meet my daughter, and she calls me up. She says, "I'm on the side of the road. I ran out of gas."
Oh shit.
So, she's down by the border patrol place, just south of Temecula.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I stopped in Temecula. I had to go buy a gas can, and I bought a 2-gallon, and I filled it up,
Nice.
and I drove down there. And when I see her car, there's a guy in a motorcycle parked in front of her.
Oh shit.
And I'm thinking one of two things. But you saw a picture of my daughter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she's not hard on the eyes.
hassling her. So, you also know me.
Yeah.
So I get out, and it turns out this guy on the motorcycle ran out of gas too.
Oh shit.
Good thing you got 2 gallons.
Sorry,
bet.
honey,
And
you
I
get
put
one,
a
he gets
gallon
one.
in his bike, and I put a gallon in her car, and everybody rode off happy.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And when my shifter fell off,
Yeah.
um,
That was good.
first a guy in a motorcycle stopped,
Yeah.
and 10 minutes later, and I had already called AAA, and 10 minutes later, a guy in a car stopped, just checking on me, making sure
Yeah.
life was good, and it's great.
That's
those-
awesome.
Yeah, those are the guys that are really a part of the riding community.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're not that, hey, I'm going to take my bike out once on the weekend and just, I look cool on a bike, so I'm going to go ride it. Like,
Right. Chuck Fry, who was the owner,
which is the Harley demographic they chose. So well.
who was the owner of Born Again Fairing, one of the most awesome painters of all time. He chimed in. He says, "You the man, Zig. Love you, brother. Love you too, man." And I, dude, you know what? I'm just saying, Chuck. We got the body work back from that goofball that took over your company, man. I'm gonna ask you a favor, bro. Please finish painting that my son's motorcycle. I can't. It's an '86 GSX-R 750. I've got a few people that said, "Oh, well, I'd love to paint that." It's not the same because you painted my '87 GSX-R 750 that I've owned since it was brand new, and I just really would not feel comfortable about someone else painting it. So, check. You retired, lazy bastard. I love you too, brother, but it's not the same. Please paint my son's bike, please. It's all primed up, it's all ready, but I'm just not trying to have someone else touch that motorcycle. You know what I mean? Oh, look at this. He says, Chuck Fry, you got it. Call me. Yes. That's it. That's what I wanted to hear. Thank you, Chuck.
Did you see Ephraim's stupid comment?
Ephraim's an idiot, dude. He says, pull out the jumper cables if he's on the Honda. You know what? That's okay because you know what? I remember somebody buying a chopper.
Well, look at his next comment. If it's an iron horse, bring him gas. Because I run every bike I own out of gas to see how far I can go. And like the first long ride I went on with everybody, I ran out of gas, and he stuck back with me until I got gas.
That's one of the things I really like about the Honda is it actually has a gas gauge. I don't know if a lot of people know that.
Yours must be a newer year.
2004.
No, and
really?
Victories, as far as the cross countries, they have reliably unreliable gas gauges.
Mine
So
says
they
I'm
read-
out of gas. I got
No.
2 gallons left.
They read full for about 100 miles.
Oh, wow.
And then they instantly drop to 3/4. And then instantly drop
Nice.
again to half. And when your red fuel light comes on, you got about 40 or 50 miles, depending on how much you roll your throttle on and off.
Nice.
But there's no fucking way to tell because your trip meter says low fuel. And you can't change it back to the mileage.
Like when you
God
when you
damn it.
when you push the like trip or reset button, it doesn't go
just
back
says
to
low fuel.
because mine does that one.
Well, see, what I do is I always reset my odometer because I had to do that
Yeah, the trip
on
meter.
the Honda because it had no gas gauge.
That's why I run all my bikes out of fuel to know exactly how far I can
right,
go.
Right. So that's, I watch the range, but then when it says low fuel,
Yeah.
I flip over to see how many miles because when mine comes on, ride it for another, 10, 15 miles
Yeah.
till I get to a gas station.
Oh, yeah, easily.
It takes 2 gallons. I mean, it only takes 4 gallons. It's got a 6-gallon tank.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we're
when
like
my light comes
5.8.
on, and I'm getting almost 40 miles a gallon.
Wow.
Yeah, me too.
So the fuel light comes on and says low fuel. I still got 80 miles to go.
Well, the tricky thing with us
Really?
is,
I didn't see. That's one thing I did not know.
the tricky
about
thing
the
with
Vicks.
us is our fuel pump is inside the tank. So if you run it all the way to empty,
Yeah, you're fucked.
the liquid of the fuel isn't cooling the pump.
Oh.
So you can run them safely to about 5 1/4
Well, and that's
and
fine.
still be cool.
The
But
fact
if
that
you're
I
only
know-
pumping 2 gallons, yeah, your gauge is fucked.
Well, no, I'm pumping 4.
Okay, well, yeah, you
I
still
have
got
2 left.
Yeah, you got
So-
about 1.5.
And so I figure I got 40, 50 miles to go before I got to
Easily, yeah.
panic.
Ephraim will like this one. I tried to run my bike out of fuel today on the way here. My light was blinking since I left the house. I was like, let's see how far it'll go. I got the best fuel mileage I ever got on that bike today. I got 158 miles to a tank. I've never got above 132.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did that. That was riding back from Palm Desert when I filled up the first time.
Well,
all the way through Palomar, back to my house, then to here.
and filling up a little bit more when he rides with me because we ride a little more spirited.
Dude, when we were going
I'm
to
just
Atlanta
saying.
this weekend, I was like, all right, I'm going to top off. That way I can get there and home, no problem. We fucking leave. We got to stop for fuel once. And then we're going to Burt's Mega Ball. We got to stop for fuel again. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It's one thing I don't miss about my RC51 is I could get, conservatively, I could get 125 miles out of a tank. But when I rode with all the guys, I was getting 90 miles out of a tank. I was like, that's gone.
A Dutchie. I mean, let's get someone who doesn't ride, But I mean, obviously, Dutchie's he used to ride, but Dutchie, give us something. I got Dutchie up inside there. Hey, Dutchie, give us something that pro or con. What is it that maybe you like about riders, or maybe you don't like about riders when you're driving?
They think they own the road a lot of the time.
We do.
Hey, I paid for it.
They turn me up a little bit, just a tad, right?
I got
Just
you.
so all you
There
fucking
you go.
riders can hear.
All right, you got it.
Yeah, he knows we're partially deaf.
They just seem to be like, we own it, we're cutting in, we're cutting out. They expect you to see them in a heartbeat, right? When sometimes, they're coming up the center of you, you're looking at the mirrors, you don't see them, and then boom, they're right on you.
Which is exactly what Rita was talking about, and
you guys are
Jordan was talking about
assholes,
that.
yeah.
Just
Moving too fast.
pass them at like 80 miles an hour, lane splitting.
Yeah, and you don't mind it if they put themselves in a position where you can always see them, but they don't.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they're not there, and then they're there. You know, and I know when I used to ride, it was like put yourself in a position where they're gonna see you before you get there, even if you're going fast. You know?
Yeah, I
They're
always
gonna
go
see
mirror to
you.
mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if I'm splitting down the center and there's an opening to the left, I will make sure I go to the center mirror, and then I'll make sure I go to their driver's side mirror. If I don't have to go right back to splitting. That way
Well-
they know I'm there. No matter what mirror
yeah.
they're looking at, they see me.
Well, you know, and Dutchie brings up a good point.
A great point,
because me and Jordy had to do a lot of lane splitting.
Yeah, I'm not riding
yesterday.
anywhere with you anymore. That's all we fucking all we end up doing when I ride with you is lane split, you fuck.
We did it on Saturday too. We got on the 210s, hit the burst, but it was just like lane splitting. It was just like horrible. But did I do anything faster than what was safe? No, I did not. I did exactly what I need to. If I was going to have to react to
Yeah.
a situation, I was fine with that.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, it's a great point. You know, when if you're riding too fast, and just like Reed said, your reaction time, it's impossible for you when you're doing excessive speed when you're lane sharing. Now, remember, lane sharing, just like a license. When you get your driver's license and then you get your M1, that's a privilege. It's not a right.
Yeah.
I have a right to own a firearm, but I don't have a right to drive. Go figure that. Because, well, I think I'm going to save this one for the for the next show.
Yeah.
Right? Because Jordy and America Mike are going to be on that one, April 30th, the America show. So go figure that. But anyways, riding within that limit of being in a hazardous situation that can, you know, make your day go from like really good to really, really bad very, very quickly. And Dave Wagner and he wasn't even lane splitting, and he's chiming in. He got taken out, and he was sitting at a fucking stoplight. He wasn't even moving.
Yeah, people just hit you.
I mean, for God's sake, you know, and he's having to deal with, you know, a lot of physical health issues because of that.
Dude,
So
one of my brother's buddies actually got hit. He was in the left turn lane on the right side of the left turn lane. And this asshole from across the intersection made a left turn.
Too sharp.
So sharp that
yeah.
his right front quarter panel hit the right side of my buddy's bike sitting in the left turn lane.
shit.
He cut the whole fucking turn lane off
Oh, fuck.
and hit my buddy sitting at the intersection like he wasn't even moving. Wasn't even his turn. And the guy just cut across, knocked him over, had to call the ambulance, all that
Jeez.
shit.
wow.
Fuck.
Come
Well,
on,
you know,
Pay attention, people.
Ephraim, one of my best friends on the planet, said no faster than safe. Which is there's a saying that says that don't ride faster than your angels can fly.
Yep.
Makes sense.
You know, and it's truth.
I must have some fast angels.
I think my angel lives in hell because I don't ride very
I got
fast.
some aerodynamic ass angels.
I know that me and my boys, you know, have angels that fly very, very fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, the JJ,
Yes.
what did you bring to the table?
Actually, I was going to talk about like more gear stuff because we were talking about helmets earlier.
That's fine.
But
That's motorcycle related.
Yeah, I've been shopping for a new jacket because my old jacket just is falling apart, and my nice leather jacket, the freaking zipper's busted. So now I'm like, okay, time for a new jacket.
You know you can get a new zipper, right, buddy?
Yeah, I'm going to do that. But it's not a summer jacket
yeah,
either.
find somebody that'll sew a new zipper on.
It's a black leather jacket, so I have until next winter.
But
to
I
take
like where
care
your
of
thought
it.
path is. It's like with me. I need a new tire. I'm like, I should go trade my motorcycle in and get that FJR I want. Fuck it.
There you go. But yeah, we were talking about like the mesh jackets and keeping cool. So that's like really what I wanted to like
Yeah.
find, and looking for like the good ones or something that's not going to fall apart right away like my first gear jacket did.
I found a Klim that I really, is that the right KL?
Yeah.
I found one of those. It was great. It fit like a champ, and it supposedly has all this cooling stuff. And it fit me really well, except that the elbow brace was in the middle of my forearm.
Yeah.
And there's no place to adjust it.
Damn it.
So you got to look at that kind of stuff. It was kind of,
Yeah.
Well, which, you know, it's nice to buy online.
You got to go try on.
But and I've watched Redial's classrooms. If I'm not doing the classrooms, I set up the range, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go up and visit his class, or vice versa. It's great to save your money when you buy online.
But you don't know what you're getting all the time.
But yeah, you don't know what you're getting. When it comes to motorcycle gear,
don't do it on Amazon.
Yeah, go try this. If you find the same, like say you buy an arrows, you go to your motorcycle dealership. You try on an arrow stitch gear, and then you know the size, and you can find it for like say $50 cheaper. Well, you know the size. There you go. That's good to go. But a lot of them are like off the wall brand kind of stuff, and not all helmets, fit the same. Not all gear fits the same. And you also have to figure out if is it gonna fit over your clothing that you're wearing underneath. Yeah. I mean, you don't want to sit there and that's one reason why I don't wear one piece of leathers when I go out for a ride with my sons, and we know we're going to be chilling out somewhere because one piece of leathers, that's for the track. It's good to have if you're going to be on a spirited ride on going to Big Bear, but then again at the same time, remember 50 to 60% on the highways and byways and 100% on the track. But yeah, there's a lot of factors involved when it's choosing gear for the street. How it's going to fit, is it going to fit over your gear, and is it going to give you a headache? I think it was Jordy. You were talking about a helmet that you bought, and you actually bought the same one. We're not going to bring up the brand name, but the helmet, same exact helmet, but all of a sudden it's giving you migraines when you're riding.
Yeah, I own one helmet. It's an extra large. And it's always fit well, and I actually wore it today because I didn't want my head to hurt. And I bought the same exact helmet in high visibility because I ride a lot at night and stuff. So same exact helmet, same exact size. I don't know if they put different style pads in it or what, but yeah, it'll randomly give me migraines after, being in my helmet for 3-4 hours like I was today. Wow. Because I don't just ride for 20, 30 miles unless it's commuting to work. Today I rode, like I said, about 300 miles. I was in my helmet for 6 hours, 6.5, 7 hours.
Yeah, Jordan likes to ride. We taught, I taught. He was shadowing. Want to make sure we keep that politically correct. But we rode to Adelano, and then he's like, you know what? We're sitting at breakfast. He says, you know what? I think I want to take the 138, go through Crestline, and then down the 18 afterward. Yeah, I'm down with that. Shit, I totally fucking had a brain fart, dude. What my point was.
Wouldn't be the first.
So anyways, trying on the helmet.
Back to Jordy loves to ride. That's what he wants to do.
Yep.
And it's like, you know what? He would have done it if I would have said, you know what? I'm not feeling, dude. I'm tired. I worked the fucking full day. I'm done. He was like, he'd be like going. He would have gave me the peace sign and said, "See you later at the 138. You keep going on 15. You lazy bastard." But I was like, no. Actually, when I was exiting the freeway, because we were lane sharing, back to lane sharing, down the 15 South on Sunday, which is like it's like the 91 freeway.
It's everybody come home from the weekend thing, all times of the day.
Now back to the lane sharing thing. Now these people that are, I'm just saying. These people are coming back from not only like little vacations and stuff like that down the 15 South, but if it's a 15 South, I'm just thinking that everyone's coming back from Vegas.
Half
They've been drinking all goddamn weekend.
Yep.
So, we had
probably still drinking.
No, I wouldn't doubt it. Little mini shots. And so we really kept our pace down. But it was funny because I got off the freeway and I'm like going, holy shit, where's Jordy at? I had no idea where you were at. And then all of a sudden, you pulled up. I'm like, what the fuck? Did I lose his ass? Did he diss me?
You cut over like one or two lanes before I could make it over because of the traffic. So I was like, oh, well, I know where he's going. I'll catch him.
Nice. All right. So Ethan chimed in and said Joe Rocket. Joe Rocket is a very good company to get gear from.
Yeah, they make fat guy sizes.
That's the one I just bought.
Yeah, we've been trying to find Jordy some gear, and he's like my younger son. nothing to.
The proportions
you
just
can't buy off the shelf stuff for them. We're at the Burt's and they had every size available except Jordy's size.
Yeah. Yep.
They didn't have Jordy's size.
I found it one
Burt's
jacket.
is limited. I like Chaparral better. They have more stock.
Yeah, I need to go over there tomorrow.
I don't like the store.
I don't
but
think
have
they
more
carry
stuff.
well, you can check.
Yeah, I'm
but-
going to go there tomorrow. I got the whole week off, so I'm going to get up and go right up to Big Bear, and then I'll probably go to Chaparral, and then I'll probably come get a rear tire installed at the shop. Because I just want to burn that tire. I don't want to just replace it with 400 miles left. I'll burn the shit out of that tire.
Sweet.
Dave said
right
Dave
until the
Ladner said
bands are
something happened
showing.
on mic, but I don't know. I'm hearing myself.
Who's up on the mic?
I don't know.
Dave Ladner said, "You can't hear you. Something happened with your mic."
Something happened to the
I'm
mic.
here.
Tell him
It
to turn
might
up
be
his,
the mic on your
It
phone.
might
turn
have
up
been
your
like
fucking
before.
hearing aid.
He's
Oh, it's
watching
the
your
Facebook
phone.
Live
He's not
mic.
listening to the radio. He's watching.
No,
your
he's
Facebook
right.
Live.
Oh, you know what, Dave? Go on to YouTube. Chaotic Radio live now.
He probably accidentally hit the mute button when he was flipping the camera back
Probably.
and
He probably just muted.
And then
his
and,
fucking
and he
five
also
live
said
feed.
that well, obviously if he responded, he says, "But I'm still alive." Yeah, we are glad you're still alive. My thing is people, what we when we teach the motorcycle training course, we teach that your attention span needs to be how many degrees?
360.
360 degrees. Your average person that is driving a car, their attention span is literally 90 degrees. It ain't even 100 fucking degree, 180 degrees. They're so
I think
focused
90 is giving them a
forward.
benefit.
Yeah, am I right?
Yeah.
And I tell my students, I says, once you become a rider, you are going to become more attentive even when you're driving a car. You're going to become a better car driver because now you're actually going to do this.
Yep.
You're going to look over your shoulder and check that blind spot. Don't rely on your mirrors. You actually have to turn your head. You agreeing with me on that one?
Oh, yeah.
Got it on your head.
I don't
Right?
know. I got
Check
blind
ahead.
spot detectors. I just look at the little flashing yellow light.
Oh, you have those on your those are on your bike?
No, on the car.
Oh, I was gonna say they make those on bikes now. Awesome.
Okay, so now, America Mike. Let me put you on the spot here. America Mike is relying on his goddamn fucking car to do all that looking for him, and he's a rider.
You know what's funny? It's I
Okay?
rely on people's
Mike,
blind
you're
spot
fucking
detectors.
fired.
That was the first thing I was taught when I was learning to drive a car is like have 360 degree vision. Just like always be checking the mirrors, know where everybody is on the road.
Yeah, we didn't have cell phones then.
This is true.
Oh, it was a long time before cell phones.
This is true.
Because when I first started driving, that was like I had barely got my first brick Nokia.
Nice.
And it wasn't something we ever used while we drove. Ever.
I always remember getting distracted by trying to push the buttons on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, for about the first month.
No.
And then I knew the radio, so I didn't have to look.
No, see, Mike, that wasn't the buttons for the radio. That was the buttons for the 8-track.
Well, no, there
one
was
that
only
makes
two
you-
buttons there. It jacked and fast and next track.
I didn't know they put record players in a fucking car.
It's not an 8-track.
I know.
Shit.
I know.
Jesus.
I was going even older. I was going vinyls. Dickwad.
This fucking guy.
That's great.
The first cell phones actually
Every
were
now and
made
then,
to be
fucking
used in
America
cars,
Mike comes
though.
out of left field with a zinger.
Did you know that cell phones were
Yeah,
invented to be
jackass.
used in cars? They were car phones. They were a briefcase-sized phone
Oh,
with
yeah.
an attachment to it.
Well, the first
so
one
you
I
mounted
had-
them in your
It
car.
was called
The
the
first
brick.
one I had actually mounted under the seat.
yeah. This
Yeah.
is
A
before the
cord
brick.
and a thing that you hung
I
it
remember
up on.
those when I used to work for Mercedes. I used to
And-
see some of those. I'm going, oh,
Oh,
fuck
yeah,
this
and
thing.
it cost 45 cents a minute whether
Yeah.
your call connected or not.
Yeah. Yep.
If you got a busy signal, you got to charge for 45 cents.
Those
If
bastards.
they didn't answer and you hung up after 2 minutes, it was 90 cents.
Oh hell yeah, that shit got
The good
expensive.
old days.
I remember I was working at by the docks on a side job, and the boss says, "Hey, you know what? I need you to run this envelope to the airport. It's got to be at blah 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 at such by this time. It's got to go out." So he let me take his Mercedes, and he had the
cell phone.
the cell phone or the
I guess you made a call and you yelled at you
It
for the
was a
bill he
car
got.
phone.
Man, first thing I did, I got like a block down the road. I called my first wife, that bitch. But I called her. So I'm sitting there, I'm talking to her. I'm like, hey, guess what I'm doing? I'm driving, I'm talking to you, blah, blah, blah. So I talked to her all the way to the airport. Shit. And then I got to the airport, dropped her off the room, and then I came back and I called her up and then all the way back to the warehouse and I hung up.
And then he got a $5,000 bill.
Oh my God, yeah. So it was about maybe 4 weeks later. My boss says, "Hey, Zig, I need to come to my office real quick." He's like, "What?" He's like, "Did you make a phone call on my phone?"
No. No, it must have been somebody else.
Nope, I know nothing of this.
Who the hell is calling my wife?
Nope.
Well, of course, it displays the phone that you called.
Yeah.
So they know it's on.
This was back before all the privacy shit. Every number that you called showed up in the list when you got your bill.
It was like $45 or something
Jesus.
like that. He's like, "What the hell?" Now, mind you, this is back in like 1989.
Yeah.
So $45 in 1989, versus 2018.
Yeah, $45 was a lot more money.
That was like an impressive
It was.
date night right there.
Yeah, right? Holy shit! What happened? It's like, going back to date night with my girl on Saturday. Even though I did bring my Drake with me, my younger son. To see a movie, popcorn and everything, dude, $80.
Yeah, and that's
fuck.
You used
really?
to be able to go to like dinner and a movie. Now you got to pick one. That sucks.
Well, you have to pick one because your girl's all forgiving.
You get to do both and just be a broke ass.
This is true. Actually, well, see, Mike's the single one, man. So how much the date night cost you now, Mike?
Nothing, because I don't go out. I'm an old fucker. Nobody wants to go and date me.
And this guy, he just
I'm in the same boat as him.
Oh, shut
I don't
up.
go anywhere.
No, yeah,
Shut up.
he just goes and he gets the hairy leg fucking hippie chicks on Venice Beach
On drum night, yeah.
right?
Yeah, every
It's all the same in the dark.
Shit. They're all sisters when you flip them upside down.
And this guy,
I need to take y'all out. I need to take y'all out to downtown when we play one night. Y'all are gonna love it.
Upside down.
Let's go to downtown when
I'm
the
gonna
bars
use
close
that
and all
one.
the drunks come out. You'll fucking love it, man. All the girls without underwear, they completely forget that.
Dave is
there goes
officially
the
the 40-year-old creeper
Yeah,
at this
he's-
point in life.
40
Every group's
Yeah,
got
see,
one.
40 to me is robbing the cradle.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's about where you want to be then, right? Trophy
Right, yeah,
wife territory or trophy girlfriend
Perfect.
territory? At least for a couple weeks until you go, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Good start.
Oh, jeez.
My problem is I got to stop dating girls in their mid-20s.
Right.
Fucking
Exactly right.
Jesus.
What? Oh, Jesus, man. I like to stay in trophy girl territory.
This is bike rally. I think we're going to bring Jordy in at what is it? Timber.com?
Tinder.
Tinder.
Or the one that you need to sign up for, Grindr.
No, wait a second.
Bro.
I have a girlfriend.
Zig doesn't know technology, but he knows what that shit is.
Yeah, everyone knows.
I
Grindr.
don't need technology to be a happy man with my girl. Even
That's
though,
true.
Like any relationship, my girl pisses me off. Her culture. She's Japanese culture, and there's a ways
Yeah.
to be as far as like respectful, and I'm far beyond that.
Yeah, no, you and me both. Does she have any friends?
She's like, "Oh, we need to go to Japan. Are you sure you want to bring me there?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to bring
That
me
would
there?"
be so fucking
Fuck, I'll go
awesome.
with her if you don't want to go. I want to go to Japan.
It's
No, I just want to go to Japan. I don't give a fuck who it's with. I'll just
Nice
go.
to have an interpreter with you.
Exactly.
Oh my God,
I'm down to go. Let's all go.
We should. Hey, let's all go to Japan.
I'm down.
Let's do the Zig Zone live from Japan.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? America Mike's down. I
After you
bet.
get back from Italy.
I bet Redow's down.
For Japan?
Yeah.
I could do a motorcycle
Yeah,
tour
right.
to
Yeah,
Japan.
motorcycle ride to
Just
Japan.
Dude,
I
that's
think
what I'm
about
talking
that.
about.
Just picture this. Ooh, you ride a victory.
Oh,
Hey, lucky long time.
No, here's the thing. 'cause
Thanks-
I know
thanks for
for a
turning this
fact that if-
completely
I know
racist.
for a fact that if a Japanese guy tries to grow a beard, he gets like that fucking the
That's
chin
the Fu
whisker.
Manchu
Yeah,
thing.
the Fu Manchu thing, like a really old
kung fu instructor or some shit, they would eat this shit up.
So I should start.
You
growing
can
mine
actually
out
grow
now?
body hair. Look at you.
How did we all just become magically racistly Chinese or Japanese
You know
in
what?
tone
It's
here?
fucked up because
Just
like,
because we're making fun of them doesn't make us
there are certain
racist.
accents
I
that
know.
you can
Only a
mimic
little.
and it's not racist.
I know.
Like if you
I just
cop
love.
an Irish accent, nobody wants to fuck you up. If you cop a Japanese accent, everything's just fucking hilarious. But if you slip into Ebonics, everyone wants to punch you in the throat. It's
Okay,
no
go
fun.
to
That's just because I want to punch
Go
anybody
to
in the throat
Ireland
that
and
uses
try
Ebonics.
that and tell me they won't fuck you up.
Dude,
I would love to go to Ireland.
They
I
tried
still
to
wanna
kick
do
Henry
Celtic
Rollins'
Riders so
ass
bad.
just because he said he was Irish.
I pissed a couple girls off in Ireland at a bar.
Dude, I can tell you right now, dude. There is nothing more hilarious than your Japanese girlfriend cussing you out in Japanese. It's
I
hilarious.
say that would get me in trouble because I'd get turned on. I'd be like, all right, sweet,
Yep.
let's go to the bedroom.
I piss Otsko off
On purpose.
Just on purpose, just to have her cuss me out in Japanese.
I used to do that with my ex. I had an ex several years back.
No.
And she did sign language. And so when she got really pissed off, I would know because the room would go silent. And I'd look
Shit.
over and she would doing all this crazy shit with her fingers. I'm like, oh, I hit the button.
Yeah.
It was great because I'd piss her off and she'd shut up.
Ha!
It was really weird.
Wait, hold on. Your deaf girlfriend would shut up?
She wasn't deaf. She just knew sign language.
Oh, okay.
She could talk. She could hear me. But if I
Got
said
it.
something that pissed her off, she'd get really mad. And
Okay.
she'd start signing because she couldn't speak.
Oh my god, that would be so
Bastard.
awesome.
Oh, okay,
To
yeah.
have somebody cuss at you in sign language.
Actually,
that would
brilliant.
be awesome.
Let me say this public.
Turns out this one means fuck you.
Here's a public
gonna
service
use
No,
that
announcement.
dude, I can already tell you what if you piss me off, and I can give you one sign language,
Yeah, that's
Yep.
it.
right?
It's universal.
I know this one and I know asshole.
Whoa, which
Here-
one's
here's
asshole?
some advice for women who
Or
like
this
to
one.
give the silent treatment.
Or this one.
That's not an angry
The
sign.
silent treatment is not punishment.
I
It's
know,
more
right?
of a reward.
The silent treatment is
So
a reprieve.
If you're like
That's-
women and want to give us the silent treatment and think that's gonna like get to us,
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
Boy,
that
do
way.
my
we enjoy Netflix in
girlfriends always
silence.
get pissed off because, like you said, you piss them off and they'd shut up, and I'd go, "So is this supposed to like make me mad or
Am
something?
I
Because this
supposed
is
to be
awesome."
upset right now?
I'm like,
would just-
problem solved.
I just keep going until they go, "Get the fuck out." See, you talked.
So, do you, as the elder of the
He's just going, "Yeah, I remember when I was an idiot and young too."
as the elder, go ahead and tell us. Is this a fact, Mike?
America Mike comes from the generation where you could say, "Woman, go to the kitchen," and she would.
Oh,
Come out
look
with
at
a
his
fucking
face!
Yeah, that's where all the knives were. I always forget that.
and iron
Oh
pants.
my god, that's hilarious.
See, now you got to do it politely. I'm like, "Hey, woman, will you please cook for me?" But I still use a woman. It kind of gets you away
No,
with it.
I'll tell you what I learned from my ex-wife. It's all my fault. I accept full responsibility.
I'm glad she was so understanding of that.
No, that's all I had to say.
Yeah.
And she would shut the fuck up and go away.
All of them. Were.
Good man. Good man.
You know, and some battles are not worth fighting.
No, yeah.
No.
And
That's-
you just say, "Yep, it was me. I'm wrong."
Somebody told me that when you get married, you can be right or you can be happy. And those are your two options.
Yeah.
You don't get both. I was like, all right,
That is
cool.
a good one.
You can be right or you can be happy.
That's why I have a motorcycle. I can be right and happy.
My motorcycles will never wake up one morning and decide they don't love me anymore.
Exactly.
That's how it works.
True.
They won't say, "Don't get on me. I got
This-
a headache."
I have a headache.
All right, let's take you to the shop and get you fixed.
Let's just take you in for a
Nah,
tune-up.
you just need to get lube.
Maybe you just need some new tires.
This is true. The motorcycle will never let you down. I'm just saying.
Unless it's a Harley. Whoops. Just kidding.
You fucking Brandis. Get out of here with that shit.
He did. He said that. Unless it's what? Say it again.
A Harley. Oh,
But
that's
you know,
right. I forgot the
Back
theme.
to the Brandis thing though. It's one of those. I didn't necessarily always talk shit about Harley, but up until they brought out the new Milwaukee motors, there was just no way I would ever own one. It's not because I'm Brandis, it's because every guy I talked to that owned one said it's gonna have problems. Because I keep bikes for a long time and I ride them a lot.
Yeah.
And all the guys that own these Harleys tell me, you're going to have problems. The amount you ride, it's going to mess with you. You're going to have to spend a lot of time at the shop. And I went, okay, not buying one.
Yeah, it's
but I
weird,
understand
like
the newer motors aren't quite like that anymore.
Well, which is strange to me. I mean,
That's because you're a mechanic and you maintain your bike.
I put 76,000 miles on my 019 train.
Yeah, that was a
And then
nice
I
bike.
sold it a little over a year ago because the motor needed to be rebuilt. 76,000 miles.
God, that's
Bro, I just
but-
rolled over
but-
60,000 on my Victory with no signs of stopping.
Now to Victory. I don't see why they because I know guys before like a couple years ago that were well over 100,000 miles.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
would Victory discontinue that line? I for some
I can
reason
tell you
I don't see
they're all
why.
gonna be
I can tell you
Indians.
why.
But I don't see their sales being down.
I can tell you why, because they're fucking bastards and they were appealing to the shareholders. 3 of the last 5 years before Victory shut down were non-profit making years. As far as the stockholders were concerned, they didn't
But
make
those were
enough
also
money.
hard on
they were
all the
staying
motorcycles.
flush, but they weren't making profit. And a lot of that was because Victories don't break.
Yeah.
We weren't buying parts. We weren't paying for services because they don't fucking break.
Excellent
you can buy
point.
an oil service kit for $50 and do it at home and pound the shit out of it, and it doesn't matter. And so they weren't making the kind of money they wanted. So Polaris acquired Indian and revamped that brand and brought back that retro style.
Yeah.
That was a more direct competitor for Harley. And they made a fuck ton of money because they were selling the Indians at a comparable price point to the Harley. Where Victory's major selling point was it's a better running bike for a cheaper price tag.
Yeah.
So they were making twice as many sales at twice the price.
And Harley
so the
was
shareholders were happier because they were making money hand over fist. So they said, look, let's take the money from the failing Victory line and funnel it into Indian. So they took all the shit we bitched about as far as not having sat-nav stock on the bike and not having these different options, not having these different paint schemes. They bitched about wanting an orange paint scheme on Victory for like 5 years, and then they came out with an orange Indian right after they shut down Victory.
Well, because that's where
It's been
Victory
proven.
went.
All these Victory guys on the Facebook pages are pissed because all the shit we bitched about, Indian has.
No, they
and
had
nobody
an
wants to
orange
buy
one.
one because they're pissed off at Polaris for
saying.
fucking us.
Yeah, but I also have to admit though the engine is
The
still
engine's
is
solid.
still a Victory engine.
It's the
That's
same
what I'm
fucking
saying.
tech.
That's
All
where
they did
Victory
was
went.
They
Yeah.
changed out the cooling fins on the outside of the motor so it looks different. But if you look at like the Victory Octane and the Indian Scout, it's the same fucking
Yep.
bike.
Yep.
The body lines are the same. The engine's the same. The cooling fins and badges are the only differences.
almost
Right.
the weight is almost identical.
Yeah, they're the same bike. The frames are the
Yep.
same. The parts
Except
are
the
damn near
Indian-
interchangeable.
For some reason, the Indian had less power than the Victory, even though it's the
Because
same bike and the
Victory's
same
a
size.
boss-ass bike. I doubled down when they shut down. I bought a second one.
Well, you know,
Yeah,
Why not? And I beat the shit out of them. I take them on the track. I've smashed on the highway.
I still
don't
want to
care.
get one.
I love my Honda. I'm actually I need something a little more comfortable, a little more something I can carry my gear to when I ride to the range. There's a couple ranges that I do a long haul on, and riding my CBR. Either one of my CBRs, you know, my old school Gixxer. No, that's basically just a track position.
I got an FC1 for sale with full bags.
I think that you know, we could probably, you know, Jordy, get to when you get your new bike, just do a lifetime of servicing on it, and you just give me that FZ1. See how the barter
That's
system works?
tempting, bro.
Nice.
It is
A lifetime of services. Wow.
Yeah, what he's not telling you is he's planning on shutting the shop down in 3 years.
Fucking retire.
Yeah, he's like, sorry, dude, I'm retiring. Peace out.
I'm done.
What am I gonna do when you shut your fucking shop down?
Yeah. I wasn't serious. He
Shut
wasn't.
down.
You know what? I have to admit, you know, Redal,
I feel the same
I've
way.
had quite a few people, and I really appreciate this. This is one of the things that not only is it the brotherly love of, you know, being riders and riding together for a while, and not only being brother instructors, is that I've been getting a lot of people referred from me. So, and then there was one of your students came in today, and said, yeah, had an R6, tall guy. This guy's like 6'4", man. He's running
I
around
know
talking
that
about,
guy.
dude, how?
He's a hang around for my club.
I'm like, dude, how in the hell do you fit on that thing?
He doesn't. That's the problem.
So
He doesn't.
Well, fortunately, Box's my buddy Box, his KLR 650 was there because he wants to do kind of
Cool. You got to sit
Yeah.
on a KLR.
yeah. So I said, you know, go ahead and sit on this thing, you know. Even they're supposed to sit on someone else's motorcycle, but it is one of my brothers.
Yeah, and when it's at the shop, it doesn't count.
Yeah, and I have that option to do that. Sure. But it
Seems
is
like the pimp for the motorcycles,
right.
Yeah, you want to sit on this one?
But we are ending another Bike Rally show. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate everybody for being fans of the show, and of course we want to make sure that we appreciate America Mike.
Always a pleasure.
And then, of course, the Angels.
Yeah.
Right?
They won
week.
tonight 8-3.
Oh, there you go. Reedow. Hey, Reedow. Good job on that commercial, dude. For
that was awesome.
Hit
hit up Quaid because they're one of my favorite people that sells Harleys. And when you go there, they will send you to SoCal Motorcycle Training to get your license. So hit up scmt411.com, sign up, and come see me.
Very good. And I have to admit, we did talk about how the manufacturers in Harley, because I know there was a little shit talking on it, but it's a great bike. I did put 76,000 miles on mine. I did love it. The Harley, if you look on top of the air cover, it actually says take a motorcycle safety course.
Oh, I never noticed that.
I would like to see another manufacturer do the same thing.
I'd like to see all of them do it.
Yeah.
That's,
I want to
if you
see that
take
because
care of
they
your
actually
shit-
tell you to take a safety course.
yeah.
Because education, when it comes to riding a motorcycle, there's no end to it. All right.
Nope.
So anyway,
And if you take care of your shit, it'll last. Even if it's a fucking Harley, do the fucking oil changes, do the maintenance,
Yeah.
and you'll have your bike for 76,000 miles.
that's right. All right, Jordy.
Yeah.
Say goodbye.
I'm glad we finally got to the introductions. Hello, goodbye.
Very good. And
Y'all have a good night.
All right, very good. So we are definitely out of here for the night. Next week, we have a great interview for you. We have a live band coming in. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I will go and give you the heads up. So we are out of here. See ya.
So don't
Sayonara.
shave those legs.
It's raw. It's uncensored. It's live 24/7. It's chaoticradio.com.